Happy 50th, and welcome to I Need a Hobby, a podcast. I'm this week's host, Chris, and to my right, he wishes this was a podcast on the States so that this would be the last episode. Alex.
Hey.
And to my left, he likes this podcast so much that he would have done episodes on Guam, the Virgin Islands, and American Samoa. Andrew.
Yes.
Well, hey
53
guys.
Episodes.
Then it's all over after that. That's probably about as far as he can go.
Yeah. What about Puerto Rico? Did you say Puerto Rico?
I didn't, but that's basically a
Chris
state.
has
the Dakotas, I think, could basically be one, and then
Fairly Odd Parents style.
Yeah. So, what is this podcast?
Wait, what?
Fairly Odd
Parents style?
Yeah, the Heavens of Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy wishes, like, I think Mr. Crocker asks him how many states there are, and he gets it wrong, and then he wishes that he was right, and then they just they make the wish, and then breaking news: the Dakotas have combined into one big Dakota. You were right, Timmy. 49 states.
Wow.
Mm.
Yep.
Speaking of Fairly Odd Parents, I wish this podcast was over for good. After that.
Unrelated.
Well, it's probably the last episode, but what is this podcast about? We do every week a different challenge, hobby, and activity. We're three young kids working the 9 to 5, trying to make the most out of the 5 to 9.
Nice.
And this week is truly for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like best of 2016.
Yeah, it's so,
Redux.
we've done 50 episodes. We've done tons of episodes.
I'm starting to think that this is pretty close to when we recorded our first episode.
Yeah, it's very close.
I think,
in July, post 4th of July.
Post Pokemon
I remember
Go.
last year at the fireworks, we talked about it. We talked about the podcast. We talked about what our
Well, I think
plan was.
Pokemon Go got big about
got big.
about 53 weeks ago.
Pokemon Go.
If that makes sense.
Episode Pokemon Go?
No.
I thought you were saying we went viral about a year ago.
The game went big about a year and a week ago, and I think we recorded
really?
shortly after that. So it was around now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Zeitgeist, baby.
Well, so what a better way? We're bringing in some of the old. We're bringing some of the new. We did an episode recently. Listen to If You Have an Ice Cream, where we did like a Sweet 16 bracket style best ice cream. I'm not going to spoil the winner if you haven't listened. It's worth a listen.
It is.
We had so much fun doing that, and we wanted to recap. We decided we wanted to talk about all the hobbies we've done. So what a better way than a new bracket and
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
Bush League.
That's what my younger sister had last week.
Actually, that would be a good ice cream. Wait, really? Happy birthday.
Yeah, that
would be a good ice cream store kind of theme. Is a Sweet 16, and they have a fixed bracket in their restaurant based on the sales of each flavor. They only have 16 flavors. I'll save it for the ice cream episode.
Yeah. Well, so we have 32 of our episodes in a bracket. We're going to be going through them, and we're going to be finding out what is the best hobby, challenge, or
and this is mostly, for instance, we don't have, I don't think we have vegan on here.
Yeah, that
because that would just get eliminated early. Good episode, though. Good episode. Yeah. But similar things like that. What else did we leave out? Just
Drunk Poop Man.
Yeah, Drunk Poop Man, obvious. But that's obvious. That would be a crazy hobby.
Drunk Poop Man versus lock picking. Well, he did both. So we have 32.
And it's not, to clarify, it's not. Let the fans rate the episodes themselves. So we're not comparing episodes. Yeah. We're comparing the hobbies.
We're trying to find the ultimate hobby of the first 50 episodes.
Of season 1 and the beginning of season 2.
If any super fans out there would like to do their own bracket of which episodes they like the most, that'd be kind of fun. Send them in. That'd be cool. I always like sending it.
Record a podcast of you discussing our episodes.
That'd be the most meta, just crazy, weird. Okay,
maybe we should just record it.
This episode gets last place. I didn't like the Fairly Odd Parents talk at the
top. So should we get into it? Are we ready?
Yeah, we got to get
Fairly
into
Odd Parents.
This is gonna be
oh no, Fairy Godparents. Damn.
Oh jeez. So
wait, what?
You know when he does that?
Mr. Crocker?
Yeah, when he freaks out. And then
I think he just goes fairies. Does he say Fairy Godparents?
No, he goes he says Fairy Godparents, and his body gets all distorted. You know what I mean?
What's his name? Mr. Crocker?
Fairy Godparents.
He's a lot doesn't he live with his mom? Or am I misremembering?
I think he does.
He sounds right.
He's a lot like Mr. Skinner from The Simpsons. He also lives with his mom and is a
creepy
school board member.
Was it Fairy Odd Parents or Fairly Odd Parents?
Fairy Godparents.
No,
the show is called Fairly Odd Parents, which is more of a play on words on Fairy Godparents.
Timmy's dad's Timmy's dad was a big frickin' weirdo.
He was a Fairly Odd Parent.
He was.
I think maybe there was a little double entendre.
We should have saved this for our episode.
I know.
Childhood.
I love.
Is that on the bracket?
Back in. I don't think I put childhood TV shows on the bracket.
It's not a hobby.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into
All right.
this. Enough with this jibber jabber.
I would like to bring up Fairy Godparents recurring.
I would like to
but-
talk about the collab episode between the Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron.
We already
Oh,
touched
the Timmy Jimmy Power Hour.
All right. Well, this is.
Well, speaking of a Timmy Jimmy Power,
There we go.
Hour,
There we go, Chris.
The
Well, speaking of
first
Power Hour,
Perfect segue.
First matchup, and again, this was randomly done. We weren't going to pre-seed these.
Yep.
I don't know if
hobbies
I believe that already from the get-go.
Yeah, this was
It's
totally
true.
done.
You'll
Random.
see the
It's random.
coincidences.
There are some insane coincidences, but
All right, right into it. First one, Power Hour versus Rock Climbing.
This is such a tough one already.
immediately
That's hard.
tough. Yeah. So
These are two number one seeds, if you ask me.
yeah, a quick another thing we should mention before we just get going is this episode will probably run long. Just
Yep.
There's 32 of them.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but we're not going to cut anything because
It's a 50th
it's
episode.
a 50th
We're having a
episode.
good
It's a
time.
Yeah, it's a
spectacular,
party.
so
We're-
we're
yeah,
gonna
I-
have fun with it.
I texted them before and said we should drink champagne. I
Yeah.
forgot to bring
Yeah, I
it.
was
So
gonna
we're
bring
not
some,
drinking
too.
champagne, but imagine we are.
yeah, for an hour, and
Yeah.
and it was beer.
Um,
So Power Hour, first of all, is a removed episode. If you are a new fan,
yeah.
you will not find Power Hour because, well,
If you really want it, you can email in.
yeah,
I'd
we
love
would give it
I
out.
still have it
It's
saved.
just something that maybe wasn't great to be public forever, but it was a lot of
It
fun.
was a fun episode.
Yeah, it
for
was a
sure.
fun episode.
I don't think we did ratings on that episode, but it would have been a high rating for me if you asked me.
Well,
Actually,
Alex, put your money to your mouth. Is
Yeah, you don't think so?
Power Hour
you go
versus
first.
Rock Climbing.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But if we're grading the ultimate hobby, I think I'm gonna have to go rock climbing because rock climbing I could see myself doing throughout the rest of my life. Power Hour, I might never do again.
Yeah.
no, we have
Hopefully,
talked
I'll do
about
it again.
We'll do it.
Probably
again.
do another
We'll
episode on the
again.
Power
Oh,
Hour
yeah.
if the fans want it. So, Alex with his first pick of the INAH Hobby Top 32 Hobbies, rock climbing.
Beautiful, Andrew.
All right.
You just call him beautiful Andrew?
Yeah, I tell him that every day.
And I'm gonna go with also rock climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, would you have made it a sweep?
This one's a sweep.
Yeah.
Rock Climbing. I mean, Power Hour was fun, but
Power Hour is
how
good,
regularly are you
but
gonna
it's
do that?
just, I mean, honestly, I did not have a good time doing the Power Hour physically, but I had a lot of fun with it.
That's true for sure.
And
Yeah,
I
you were
think if
done.
it drew another matchup, I would have
Yeah,
happily
it
voted
would've
Power
definitely
Hour,
be-
but
this is a tough
This
matchup.
is certainly a tough matchup.
Reminds me of some of those ice cream matchups.
Speaking of Power Hour, we can just edit this out if we don't do this, but I know we've talked about in a previous episode summer activities, and we've talked about this off pod about the Phelps versus Shark
Oh, yeah.
race.
Yeah, we should do a Power Hour.
Yeah,
again.
maybe
Yeah,
maybe
that
a
could be
Power
fun.
Hour, or we just drink and talk.
Mhm.
But that's going to be next Sunday if you guys
Maybe
are
Instagram
interested.
Live it. We'll
Yeah,
see,
we
we'll
could
see.
Instagram Live it and not
Or just
actually
just a
do
bonus
an episode
episode.
or
Yeah,
a bonus
we'll see.
episode or a Power Hour with it.
You don't
so
think we could get Phelps on?
He's probably. I think he's busy that
Phelps on.
night. I'm pretty sure he's busy that
might
night.
yeah,
He's racing.
We
track.
might be live.
I'm thinking of Michael Phelps' mom, though. You know, his biggest fan.
Yeah.
I think she might be able to get on our podcast.
Yeah,
That's
they just replay that clip of him winning like the '08 Olympics after he beats the Shark.
Good. All right. So second matchup. Next one we got is wine tasting versus juggling.
Ooh.
Andrew.
Oh boy,
This
yeah,
I can already tell is gonna be a tough one for Andrew.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is another tough one because these were both for me hidden gems of hobbies.
Yeah. Great hobbies.
I had a lot of fun wine tasting. Going to wine tasting was really fun with you guys because it was a totally new experience. It was something different, and I felt like we kind of got our money's worth in a way. It didn't seem too
I loved
expensive.
wine tasting. I almost brought some
juggling
wine today.
for me also is actually like I said, that was the first one that I mentioned this before, but we said nay on it, and then I've juggled like a ton since then. I've got much better. I kind of even learned a little tricks, which I'm going to
Yes.
demonstrate right now. Actually,
No. He's
well,
painting his face black and white. He's a juggalo.
he has 3 bottles of wine. Which one's he gonna pick?
All right. So with that being said, yeah, I think I will go wine tasting on this one. I'll make it a little different. I am juggling more. I have juggled more, but I had a lot of fun wine tasting, and I have since done cider tasting, and that was fun
really?
as well. So
Wow.
yeah, go wine
Okay.
tasting on
All
this
right,
one.
so that's a true yay. It sounds like.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take second here, and I'm gonna second Andrew's opinion. Wine tasting.
Wow.
A lot of fun. A great activity.
Yeah.
I can't say I've juggled since. Maybe I have. Juggled some priorities around in my life, and I have probably maybe I have juggled once or twice, but I haven't actively tried to get better.
Right.
But if there was ever an occasion where my friends were like, let's go wine tasting, and it wasn't like a fancy wine tasting, it was something like that, like, because I'm not going to drop hundreds of dollars, but
Right.
hey, I'll taste some wine.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think I would have made it a sweep.
Wow,
I
another
could see.
sweep.
I don't see myself very much
Wow.
juggling very much, but I could see myself wine tasting far into the future.
We got an early heavyweight matchup of the moose tracks of this episode. 2-3-0 sweeps.
That's
going
what we
against
did
each
say
other.
when we were recording wine tasting. I remember we compared it to moose tracks the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
this is the moose tracks of our podcast. I think.
That's funny. All right, another matchup. We're just gonna be rocking through these ones.
Yeah.
Because there's 32.
I mean, there's 32. We've done 2, so
Yeah, so
get ready.
No,
Strap
no.
in.
lock
We've done four.
picking versus
Oh,
cooking.
no, we have done 4. You're right.
Lockpicking versus cooking.
Yes.
Who's going first?
Alex, you take this one.
Cooking, no doubt.
Mm,
Lockpicking was like a hassle. It was so annoying. We couldn't get it.
yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
to try again lockpicking, but after the episode of cooking, even up till now, I've been loving cooking. Like it's becoming a hobby of mine,
Mm.
for real.
Wow,
Not
Andrew.
just a way to survive.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to go cooking. Alex and I have been talking about potentially doing some fancy diets, not like
Oh,
vegan,
yeah.
less taxing on us. Because I think I mentioned in the vegan episode, I literally had a dream of eating a grilled ham and cheese 2 days in. So
And you had that dream again last night.
Yeah, incredibly
I
sad.
think I'd rather try a diet that is less extreme for this next time. But with that, I'd be down to cook my own foods
Cooking
and
has
try something
lots to do with it.
different. And I have started cooking more since the episode, and I've liked it. And lockpicking, yeah, the big thing with lockpicking was just very, very frustrating. I think if we took the time to get good, it could be kind of fun, but it also feels inherently like evil.
I'm
So-
starting. It does. I'm
Yeah.
starting to think lockpicking might be more of like an apprenticeship, other than a hobby.
Yeah.
It's like you need someone to like teach you the trade of locksmithing. You
Is that
can't
what they
just
do?
pick it up.
Like
I think
karate or
that's what they're
something.
doing on the Celebrity Apprentice this season. I
I
think.
think so.
Yeah, and this one's easy for me too. Cooking. It's very. I was originally going to say cooking is more practical. I think lockpicking is practical if you're a criminal.
Yeah, I locked my keys in my car a few weeks ago.
Yeah?
And I had dark, memories about
Yeah.
the
Instead, you
lockpicking
just
episode.
listen to our episode.
Yeah.
Just,
So you weren't able to do
looking
it.
for inspiration, but
I just
Found
realized I
none.
was a failure.
just
at
decided to
everything.
make yourself a grilled ham and cheese after.
Yeah, I will say that cooking is truly still a hobby of mine. I cook, most nights, almost
Yeah.
every
Yep.
night during the week, and have fun with it. I've tried to get more creative. Moving on to the next round. So next, basketball versus going to a baseball game.
Wow, what a
Mm.
matchup.
Crazy.
Basketball, one of our earliest episodes recorded, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, second episode, I think.
Yeah.
Not released second, but second episode
yeah,
recorded.
potentially a year ago, just like Pokemon
Could've
Go.
been,
I have
yeah.
no
Pretty
idea.
close,
Yeah.
yeah.
right around this time. So Andrew, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
this
were
is-
both very fun for me. I think I expected to have fun at both of them. It's different than juggling and wine tasting. Those were both pleasant surprises. I really did have a good time at both. But go back and listen to episode 44, going to a baseball game, and you know where I'm going with this one. I just had a ton of fun with that. And anytime, summer evening, it's a great hobby, and I will move that on to the next round, going to a baseball game.
Okay. You never really said going to the baseball. You just said episode 44, so I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
I think I did say
I
going to a
wasn't sure if
baseball
you misremembered.
game. Whatever.
All right, so when was basketball? Was that 44? No, it was like way
Or
before that.
44 or 12.
I think this one's gonna be our first interesting one because I'm gonna go with playing basketball.
All
Now
right.
All right.
I do enjoy going to a baseball game.
Yep.
But what I'm thinking is if I were to go to a baseball game often and go to play basketball often, I think I'd have more fun playing basketball because whenever I watch, I guess I don't know, when I've been to baseball games it's been fun, but I can't imagine doing often. I enjoy playing basketball,
Right.
and I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shooting around is fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. I like them both. But
I'm
it's
excited.
not even close for me. Like basketball, I don't know. It's fun to play a pickup game every once in a while, but I think I'm the opposite of Chris. If I was doing both often, I would much rather go to a baseball game.
All
It's like
right.
enjoyable, relaxing. Basketball, I'm like stressed out half the time. I don't want to let my team down. I don't know. Definitely going to a baseball game. Episode 44.
Wow.
Two people who say yes, we're also talking to Boston's finest.
That's true. Yeah.
Coincidence?
I also like kissing girls.
Yeah, you guys had a good night at that baseball game.
Yes.
Maybe that's part of it. So,
I also went to a baseball
Probably
game
all of it.
pretty recently,
Right.
and I haven't played basketball since we recorded that episode
that's
1
insane.
year ago.
We should play basketball sometime.
Yeah,
just
we
like-
should. We're just not. None of us are that good.
Yeah, fair.
I'll say it.
No doubt. That's probably
Mhm.
a big because I'm pretty good at going to a baseball game. I don't want to brag.
Not too
I
bad.
usually talk to Boston's finest when I'm at a baseball game.
I'm just not very good at basketball.
Oh god. All right. Next matchup. We got Minecraft
Ooh, I
Versus-
forgot we did Minecraft
Yeah,
for
right.
this podcast.
versus painting.
Oh my god!
This is like the
tough
Chris.
one.
This is the
Painting
Chris
with Bob
terrible
Ross.
Yeah, this is the
spectacular.
worst. This is
These
the
are my
not,
two worst
This
hobbies.
is
Chris, you
the
gotta
not
go. You
top
gotta go
10.
last on this one.
Yeah, I will.
Or I don't know, but what if there isn't a tie?
I did go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first on this one. I gave this one some thought. We got this bracket. Andrew gave it to us a little bit in advance, and this was the one I had the most trouble with.
This is a tough one for me too.
I have a theory of what Chris will go with.
I think both episodes at the end of it, I said I wasn't good at it, but something I would want to continue.
Right, I think I remember we said like, especially for painting,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not good at it, you could do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
Not
And
specifically
enjoy
to
it,
get
but
better at
yeah.
it, just to enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
And maybe get better in the long haul, but
Right,
not have
but
that
that's
be
not
the
your
goal.
main goal.
But since recording both these episodes, in all honesty, I've done neither of them once.
All right, well
Yeah.
that's not out of
Which,
if you had painted
That's
since we did Bob Ross, I would think you're a weirdo.
Yeah, that's
probably.
fair.
Well, I guess you're in a relationship, so it's
I would
different.
probably bet at least half my bank account you hadn't played Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I would bet
no.
that. It's different.
I think I did turn it on like the day of the or like
But you
the day
also
after.
didn't have a
recording.
mouse when we played,
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
it does make a big difference.
It was a nightmare. Maybe we will do episode 2. Hopefully not. But I'm gonna go
would.
with.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm gonna go with painting. I honestly,
that's
I'm
what I
not.
thought.
I'm not a computer game guy. I can't see myself playing it regularly. But painting could make a return in my life.
Yeah.
I actually next week at some point I'm going to one of those paint bar
Wine
nights.
paint, yeah.
You know where you
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
something
good.
similar. So I think
Definitely
I'll be
should
posting a
choose a
picture for
painter.
you guys on the
Oh,
Instagram.
please don't. Please
Just
don't.
to see if I've made any improvements, but we'll see.
It is fun
That'll
to-
be coming sometime next week.
It is fun
Nice.
to think that if you think like outside of this podcast, if you think of like the average mid 20-year-old, it would be so much common for him to say like he plays Minecraft every once in a while than for him to say like, oh, I paint once in a while.
But that's
You know?
kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
saying
yeah, you're right there.
because I do it.
is strange.
I'm more impressed by someone who paints once in a while than plays Minecraft.
Mhm.
But I feel like video games are so common these days.
Definitely.
Like I wouldn't think twice if someone said they played Minecraft once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm a painter.
But Chris is a painter.
I'm an amateur painter.
All right, who's next?
Let's give this one to Alex.
Oh man, this is
boy.
tough. This is probably the toughest one so far. I loved playing Minecraft in my peak Minecraft days, like pre-podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found a new love for it when we played during the podcast. But Chris is right, I haven't played since. And then Bob Ross, it was like a great time painting Bob Ross, but I don't think I would ever pick up a paintbrush again unless someone invited me to one of these paint nights. So this is it's a split decision, but I think I'm going to go with Minecraft.
Wow.
I think I would rather play with a group of friends. I would rather play Minecraft.
Okay. Crazy. Andrew?
Yeah, this one was also pretty tough for me because I did like painting and I did like Minecraft. I had never really done either beforehand. But what's
Both are
going to
unexpectedly
push it
fun.
over the edge for me was, as weird as it is, the social aspect of Minecraft, where Alex and I had some good talks where we were on for like a couple hours just talking about random stuff and you know, building the houses together and stuff. And
I was just telling them that my computer wasn't working, so I couldn't play while I was just like painting.
He's painting a creeper.
practicing.
It's beautiful. He's played Minecraft once. He makes a beautiful creeper. That is true. Like as weird as it is, I feel like you could easily be productive when you play Minecraft.
Right.
You could listen to like an audiobook. You could talk. You could make phone calls if you need to, or you could listen. Like I think there's certain albums and stuff that I really like, and I listen to them first playing Minecraft.
And what's interesting is I'm just realizing now as I'm speaking is that Minecraft is like the virtual canvas in a way.
Whoa, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Yeah,
Ooh la la.
because you could get out a lot of creativity
Right.
doing both of these hobbies.
Right.
That's
And
true.
and I always like video games, and I think I'm always going to lean towards that side of it because
Wow.
I had more fun playing Minecraft.
Nice.
Interesting.
See, that's weird because
Good
I never really was a big video gamer except for maybe Mario. So it's like,
Minecraft is transcendent. Though,
yeah, I
to be
agree.
fair.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you could do.
It's
like-
probably
You're right,
that's
yeah,
it's
it's
probably
more
a different
creative
genre
than
in
that,
its own
yeah,
games,
it's the creativity
Yeah.
aspect that
You're right.
really changes it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, this matchup, less creative, more sporty. People
Nice.
say we are a sporty podcast.
Okay.
This one is running versus March Madness.
Ooh,
Interesting matchup.
yeah, that is interesting.
All right, yeah, give it some thought. Andrew, you got any thoughts?
It's an easy one.
Yeah,
for me,
I mean, when push comes to shove, I'd say running is like where that's our bread and butter,
though.
more or
I would
less.
agree with that.
Um,
Or cooking. I think we already talked about cooking is our bread and butter.
I've cooked some bread
Yeah.
and butter.
yeah, and March Madness is really fun, but it just doesn't quite stack up as a hobby. It's kind of it's an activity. It's a once a year event. It's fun and you can win money. But I mean,
you could argue that even if you're a big runner, if you looked forward to March Madness that much, even like running, it's like you have a constant joy throughout the year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whereas March Madness, you peak really high for.
well,
for
we
a month
could
or two.
also take March Madness as like a doing Sweet 16 style brackets of.
Oh, that's a
of
10.
things.
That's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Now in that
Let's
case,
include doing this.
but no,
episode.
I'm gonna go running. I think I'll have a lot more to say about it in the later rounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, bold prediction.
I'll just go next. I almost went March Madness just because of
Whoa.
how fun it is so quickly. But then I thought, honestly, like running is my hobby. So it is like my main hobby. It's hard to pass it up when I think it could be. It could go
Right.
pretty far for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose running.
Yep, I would agree 100%. March Madness is pretty much nothing to me. It's cool, it's interesting, but like I've never like got excited during March Madness.
Oh, I disagree.
I'll
with
watch a
that.
basketball game, but like, no, I'm not saying people shouldn't.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the minority
Yeah.
here, but running, I get so excited when I think about running. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. March Madness just never did it for me.
Yeah.
Running for
All
sure.
right, running.
All
Moving
right.
on. This next one's pretty interesting. I think I've said that for everyone, but this one in particular.
No, it's
Yeah.
sorry,
They're
to
all
interrupt, but it's
interesting.
very cool how
Because
it
a lot of
kinda
them are
works out
very
like that.
different. A lot of them are pretty similar. It's hard to.
And it's
interesting.
nice to look back on it because we've done these. We've literally
Yeah,
done all
the
everything.
last year.
We're not even close to halfway done with this first round. We've
Yeah.
done so many hobbies.
Yeah, it's funny. Whenever we do
Yeah,
an
we're not
episode-
even close to halfway done with the first round.
No, no.
Oh my god! I feel like we're
Yeah.
doing
Oh
this
yeah.
forever.
This is gonna be a long one.
Yeah, when I think about the fans listening, I'm always like, oh, why would they listen to this so boring? But if you've listened to all the episodes, I don't
Yeah,
know.
they would like this
you can
episode.
Yeah, for
get
sure.
a little nostalgia.
Hopefully they've tried some of these hobbies too.
Yeah, hopefully. So this one, Disney World,
Ooh.
and I think we're just gonna call this Disney as a whole,
Yeah.
Disney versus skiing.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
This is an interesting one.
Another
Yeah.
little dichotomy here.
Yeah.
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Interesting. I can lead this one off.
Okay.
I would say, we went to Disney in January.
Yeah.
And we also went skiing in January, probably, maybe February.
Yeah.
I don't
Around
remember,
that time. It was cold. I think that and I don't know if I told you guys this, I don't know if I've mentioned on pod, but I did buy skis soon after that episode.
Oh wow.
That's great.
I don't think I'll be buying any passes to Disney World anytime in the next few years.
Yeah.
Skiing, wings out for me.
Wow. But I
Alex?
don't think you're obviously not wrong,
Yeah,
but I don't think you could you can't say like
that's fair.
obviously you're going to go skiing more often than Disney, but you could still be a Disney fan,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm
but
for
either
sure a
way,
fan of
you're-
Disney, but yeah, it
Because
was.
Disney's way more expensive.
I might
than
say
skiing
right now, if you
people.
could say go skiing or go to Disney, I might go skiing, even all things considered. Like without.
like right now in July.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
All right, Alex.
This one's kind of tough
All right.
because skiing, like when we went skiing, it was the first time I had gone skiing probably in the past decade, like in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have a great time and I was, awful at it. So like if I went more often, I know it'd be a great hobby to do. And then you look at Disney and it was a great time. Like Disney is like, it's made to be a great time no matter what, as long as you don't have those bratty kids. My God. So like I really don't know. But then I think of like Disney as a whole, and there's a lot of things about Disney as a whole that I don't like. Like people, like grown men that are into the Disney Channel, enough, Grown men that are into skiing, some of my biggest idols,
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go skiing, but it's another
Wow.
tough one. Like I could see tomorrow I might wake up and think, dag nabbit, I should have gone with Disney.
So you both just went
Yeah.
skiing.
Would you have
Skiing,
gone
yeah.
Disney?
You just went skiing.
Yep.
Oh,
This
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just last week.
Wow, I'm glad I don't have to break the tie here. I was probably going to go Disney World, but
Wow. Because
Di-
we went skiing together and went to Disney together.
right.
Yeah.
Disney was a lot of fun, but skiing, there's like a cool physical aspect out of it too.
Skiing.
Like getting like a workout. The negative I have on skiing is that I don't ever feel like I'm getting better, and I think that's my fault that I'm not putting my full effort into
Right.
getting better.
Are you getting better at Disney?
Two pretty
though?
expensive
Yeah.
things though too. Like
Yeah,
skiing's
both
an
are
expensive
expensive.
hobby.
Yeah.
Disney is expensive. obviously.
There was a lot of great things about Disney, but at the same time, you have to understand that it's like it's all marketing. Like
Right.
it's a trap. We talked about that on the way. The
You gotta
Magical
ex-
Express is just
yeah. You just gotta accept that going. in
yeah.
there.
So I'm
you
okay
could
with skiing. Moving
say the
on,
same
I think
about
I
that.
would have gone Disney. So make it a 2-1
Nice.
Well,
skiing.
all right. This one. Now this one, like, whew, I said we did this randomly. This is insane that this one was able to be the matchup. But I'm glad it is.
The matchup is Chris versus Andrew. This is insane.
Alex, you're gonna be the tiebreaker.
This one is fan theories versus conspiracy.
Yeah, this is the first one that
theories.
when I saw the bracket, I was like, all right, Andrew messed up. He didn't put random.
See,
seed.
I think I did random seed, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Either
I'm
way.
pretty
Well, I don't
sure
think
did.
that the
way.
system would have been able to like be like,
I
all right,
kinda-
what is
yeah.
an interesting matchup? That's
And we probably would have had some of these matchups.
because we just used
soon
to
anyways.
because I plugged them into the system in like episode order, more or less. From
Yeah.
I forget which way, either
Yeah.
oldest to newest or newest to oldest. And fan theories and conspiracy theories were not near each other.
Yeah.
So
And Power Hour wasn't even a real episode.
True.
That was number one.
Yeah.
Somehow.
All right, Alex, you want to take this one off?
Wow. Yeah, this is a good matchup, but I think it's just the fact that the word theories is in them both.
Yeah, that's
'cause
true.
They're pretty different. To me, they're completely different. Fan theories, it's like fan theories seems like a little immature to me. It's fun, but it's like I can't have an honest conversation with like a stranger. Like if I was on a first date and I talked about a fan theory, I would I would break up with myself, I think.
what about, but a conspiracy theory you'd be cool with?
If someone else brought it up, I would be cool with it.
Okay.
I just feel like
Yeah.
it's a little bit. If it's an okay conspiracy theory and you're not getting too like foil hatty about it, like crazy, then it's I don't know. It could be alright.
Because I was at your last first date. I had
Yeah.
a fake mustache and all I could hear was you talking about the Pixar theory. It was
I stood
so
on a
strange.
table and I said
Insane, yeah.
JFK was involved in the Pixar universe. I swear to God. But I think conspiracy theories are an actual hobby of mine still. I gave it a nay on the episode I remember because
Yeah.
like it's pretty
creepy to
scary
say
to get
yay.
too into.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've gotten too into it at this point. Well, if you ask some of my dates, some of my
Yeah.
ex-girlfriends, they would say otherwise. But definitely conspiracy theories. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
Cool. Andrew?
Yep, I agree with basically all that you said. That fan theories seems like somehow a little more immature, and conspiracy theories is like real. It could be real.
Yeah.
Could be real life. Fan theories will always be just a nice little bow on a present or something. It's just like a neat way to explain something.
Yeah.
But conspiracy theories are, hey, wait a minute,
Fan theories are the same way I think of like fan fiction.
Yeah.
But then
It's
again,
like, ugh, I don't want to hear.
I don't
anything
like the
about fan
conspiracy theories, like the Facebook 2009 conspiracy theories. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sorry,
What?
let me elaborate.
I
You
saw
know, Fairly
Andrew-
Odd Parents.
I actually saw
Yeah.
Andrew on a first date the other day. He was
I was
wearing a
thinking about
fake
this.
mustache, and he was like, "I swear to God, Zuckerberg has been looking at our emails since '09."
I was wearing the fake mustache to my first date.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is
very
like,
You're just talking to the bartender. You got stood up.
what if your dreams are reality and your reality is dreams?
Oh, those aren't.
that's
those
not,
are
that's
not
not a conspiracy
theories.
theory. Sorry,
Those are like ideas. Like that.
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
You're high and you think of an idea.
so
Jeez.
you got to know the difference. And
I almost feel like
Yeah.
there's a
conspiracy theories.
there's a responsibility to look into some conspiracy theories,
Mm.
whereas fan theories, if you didn't look into it, who cares?
That's true.
Yeah.
Some conspiracy
'Cause
theories
conspiracy
are
theories
like
are real life.
are
It's like
serious, and it's like, well, if this
if there's
is
a theory
actually
that,
going on,
like the JFK one that we talked about on the podcast,
Mhm.
it's like there's stuff that shows that
Right.
it might have been
that's
true.
the leader of the
And
free
you
world.
could just
If
be-
people had actually like been like, oh, let's look more into this. I mean, I don't really.
That's
Yeah.
why I won't get too into it. But I think if someone is just like denying a conspiracy theory
Yeah.
before they even look into it, I discredit
Hey,
them a ton.
if
Agree
you
with-
Because you have to at least unless it's an insane one, like you said, the dream one or whatever,
yeah.
you have to at least entertain it. Like,
Mhm.
all right, look into it and then say why that's wrong. Look at the facts and say why it's
If
wrong.
you just deny it right away, you could one day walk into JFK's brain and just be like,
yeah,
Yeah.
probably
still
nothing.
missing to this day.
That's crazy.
I was drinking milk the other day. It was on the back of the milk carton. Missing missing brain child.
Oh boy.
What
wow.
would
So
you
yeah,
have
I
gone
said
with?
conspiracy.
I would have done conspiracy theories also, and I mean, I think I gave it an A, but I have listened to a couple podcasts or watched a couple like documentaries that are conspiracy theory esque.
Yeah.
It is interesting, and it's not something I want to have my whole life be, but I'd say it's something I'm more interested in.
Our
than
only double episode
than
so
fan
far.
theories.
You're right.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
True.
Well, except
yeah.
for the bracketology one.
Yeah,
This is our
apparently.
third one talking about brackets.
Wild. So we should have Billy on this one, breaking it down as we go.
He's wrong about every single one.
Yeah, he thinks Gonzaga
I
is
love the
going to win.
podcast. I love the hobby that can shoot the three. Basketball.
All right, so we're doing the other side of the
Makes
bracket
me-
now.
honestly, this is making me want to look into more conspiracy theories. I'm
Yeah.
getting
Wow.
giddy.
Who knows? Maybe conspiracy theories will be the
Uh-oh.
There's probably some
Underdog.
conspiracy theories about our ice cream episode.
Oh, yeah, no
jeez.
doubt.
Oh, we don't talk about
No
that.
doubt.
This next matchup.
They've never had butter pecan, only butter crunch.
Disc golf versus magic tricks.
Ooh,
I'll
that's a
kick this
pretty
one
tough
off.
too.
I haven't done a magic trick since that episode, which was what, episode 2? Episode
Yeah,
one of
this
the
is
early ones?
another like
And disc golf was like
almost a year apart.
49 or
Yeah,
48.
right.
Like we're looking, a year apart in our podcasting lives. But disc golf has to do it for me. I played since we were recording.
This is the only 10 out of
It was
This
for
is
me
the only
a 10
I Need
out
a
of 10.
Hobby host 10 out of 10.
I will say
Yeah.
it was a 10 out of 10.
Not including Kanye.
I'm not saying that means that it's going to be my overall win. Who knows?
Right,
If a
right.
certain matchup rubs me the wrong way. You know, there are underdog
Right.
stories. Butter Pecan won our ice cream episode. I said I wouldn't spoil it earlier.
Spoiler.
At the beginning of this episode,
I swear it was butter crunch.
if Todd could edit in that there is spoilers for the ice cream episode, that'd be great.
Every
Even though
5 minutes.
even though Chris says there isn't spoilers, there definitely is. But I gotta do disc golf or magic tricks. If it were disc golf's first Chris Angel, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, that's true. That is a whole other story.
Wow.
Wow.
See, I feel like this is like I know the first time you ever played disc golf was the other day, so it's like I could barely even.
Yeah, it could be biased.
It's tough to take that
It's
seriously.
yeah, it's tough to take Chris serious. This is bringing me back to the butter crunch butter pecan controversy
Of 2017.
of 17
of 5 minutes ago.
Of 7
this
days ago,
episode.
roughly. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, so
Dude, I need more time to decide. Honestly,
this
so-
one is honestly tougher for me than I would originally think, because disc golf is really fun. I think because we had not played in a while,
True.
and for you ever, Chris. I guess you had played kind of recently, Alex, but for me, I think I had a lot of fun because I kind of missed it. Whereas magic tricks, I still like to do, like around kids or something, just random,
Yep.
some stupid
Wait,
kind of trick. And
You say around random kids?
no,
What on earth? Dude?
That is what you meant, though.
This dude
Random
puts on his
tricks.
fake mustache. He goes down to the local schoolyard.
He's on a date.
Dude, yeah.
Brings her
Hey,
to the
hey, yeah.
schoolyard.
Like,
Oh,
I don't
what
have
are
enough
my
money to pay.
hobbies? You whip on a fake mustache. You'll see.
I'll just do 3-card Monty to get
Yeah,
the
at
bill.
local elementary schools.
You get all their
Yeah.
lunch money.
Give me all your fidget spinners. Yeah, so this is very tough. I think I'm gonna go. God, I have no idea.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Wow, that was embarrassing.
Take it
I
over.
had
Take
no
it over.
answer.
Take a lap. Take a lap. He's pacing around.
Okay.
He's
He's
using a lot, yeah.
he's putting on and ripping off his fake mustache. He can't get his mind right. All right.
Check out this trick.
It's a real
That was
mustache.
real. That was
underneath.
real.
This is a tough one. This is interesting, as Chris has been saying. I feel like disc golf is a great hobby. It's fun. You go outside. Oh yeah, you get poison ivy once in a while. Suck it up, Alex. God Almighty. But it hasn't shaped me like magic tricks has. I think magic tricks when I was growing up were an actual big part of my life. Like I would say that was my biggest hobby growing up, and it not that I do magic now, but it's like I don't know. There's certain types of people that you could tell like were into magic growing up. You know what I mean?
It's like
And
the kids are into like dinosaurs or something. You know what I mean?
That was
what?
me.
I don't know. I've never. Yeah, you're.
It's all
I get
like
it.
a subset of kid, and that like forms their life a little bit.
Right. So I feel like
Yeah.
I would get along with I don't know, something about it. I feel like magic tricks were a big part of my life. And I think when I have kids, it's going to come back as another big part of my life. Disc golf, I'll hopefully play for a long time in my life, but it's not as impactful. I got to go magic tricks.
Dude, so
Which it's another one where I could wake up tomorrow and be like,
What was I
what
doing?
have I done?
Wake up sweating.
I already kind of regret the 7.5. I wish I gave it like a 7.75. It's like slightly too low of a rating for
now
disc
I'm
golf.
freaking out because you just were like, here, don't worry.
Yeah, no,
I'll help you
I
out.
did
And then
that
now
on
making a split
purpose.
decision. But the reason I was so split is because I have an answer and it doesn't seem like the logical answer to me, but I'm also going to go magic
Wow.
tricks. I really
Something
like
about
disc
it.
golf, but there's something about it. It's the same thing for me. I remember I had a phase as a kid where I was really into card tricks. I had a book of all these
Yeah,
cool
same,
card
same.
tricks, and I just like little kind of things like that, and how I don't know, just the classic: a magician never reveals his secret. Just little
something
things.
about it.
It's kind of magical.
I would
don't know.
throw up. This could be the first ever edition. I'll throw up magic tricks to the hobby Mount Rushmore. I think it's a
One of the
staple
four?
hobby.
Wow.
Now I'm not saying it's the best. It has
No, I
nothing
see
to do
what
with
you're
this.
saying, though.
But I
It's
think
like
if you
it's
think
like
of
a
the
subsection of hobbies. Sort
if
of.
you think of like the classic hobbies, similar to the classic people who
Presidents.
shaped America, you think of magic tricks.
Mm.
And I'm interested to see how far disc golf could have gone too, because
Yeah.
I originally didn't expect to put magic tricks ahead, but there's something about
Like
'em.
I probably like rock climbing over magic tricks. This might spoil the future
We'll
part
see.
of the bracket. But I would never put rock climbing on the Mount Rushmore. You know, something about
Right,
magic tricks.
right.
It feels like
Yeah,
it's been a hobby for
that's
years
true.
and
Yeah,
years.
I could see that.
Right.
That's what I mean by that.
All right.
I don't know what other. We'll have to go in the future. Think about what other hobbies go on this Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Tag.
Mm. Debatable.
Years and years of that.
All right.
Chris is not into it.
I think you guys are crazy.
Debatable by me.
No. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't put disc golf on the Mount Rushmore.
All right, so
but
magic
that's
tricks
another
win. You said
story.
magic
Magic
tricks.
tricks
Magic tricks
wins.
wins.
Crazy.
Magic tricks wins.
Crazy. Upset.
That is an upset.
Wow, that's a Mercer over Duke type situation. So the beach. Oh,
Pass.
First Pokemon Go.
Oh wow.
Wow.
All right, this is another one where I think like Andrew did not.
How about Pokemon Go on the beach?
Yeah.
No.
But-
Speaking of the beach, I saw people doing which should be a future hobby, metal detectors the other day.
Yeah.
Not on a beach though. I saw them like on a yard or something.
That's kind of cool.
I think they might have been burglars
Yeah.
actually.
Mm.
But it was cool. I almost stopped and asked if it was their hobby, if this was like an occupation or something.
Mm. Well,
Didn't.
you seem to have some opinions on
Uh-oh.
something. You want to go first?
Pokemon Go versus the beach.
Yeah.
This is tough. Pokemon
This
Go,
is
I
a
did have a
tough
lot
one.
of fun playing. Definitely one of those fads. I would put it in like if we had a losers bracket of just like fads, it would be like Pokemon Go versus fidget spinners
Mhm.
versus like the ALS ice bucket challenge or something. And it would just be everyone would be bummed out going through
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
The beach. It's been a roller coaster topic on this
Sure.
podcast.
Yes.
Comes up almost
Sometimes
every
we love
episode.
it. Sometimes we hate it. The fans, I'd rather not get into what they think about it. So I'm going to pick the beach. I think it's a better than Pokemon Go
Can I go next, Chris?
for the
Yeah,
future
definitely.
at least.
All right, so for me, I agree with most things you said, but looking back on playing Pokemon Go, I actually had a ton of fun.
You see, this is another one of those
Mhm.
things where it's like you have a base level of enjoyment, but
Right.
if the peak of one thing is so much, like
And that's the
gonna
thing. Like
outweigh it.
I enjoy going to the beach, but really every time I'd say I'm underwhelmed. Like,
Ooh.
but that's not a bad thing. Is usually I think like this will be fun, and
Just
then like
another way to
it
spend
is
the
fun,
time.
but it's
Mhm.
that's exactly what you're saying. It's a valley. It's okay.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, I'm not playing at all. I don't intend to play anymore. But when I was playing and when it was popular, I was biking around.
Right.
I was finding some rare Pokemon. There were
Mhm.
other people doing it. I had fun.
I almost think if there was another game that came out that just wasn't Pokemon
Yeah, I
Go
get what
related,
you're
just
saying.
another app that was very similar, got people outside.
Yeah,
I
I would
would
absolutely
have just
pick
as
that
much
over
fun,
the
you know?
beach.
Yeah, and we
So,
can
yeah.
group those.
I'm
two
still
up.
going to go with the beach, but I kind of agree with
Yeah,
everything you just
I'm
said.
going
too.
Pokemon Go.
It's just good. The beach is good enough.
Mhm.
I'd love to see how Chris.
Yeah,
handles
this is gonna be interesting because you guys know I typically have negative opinions on the beach,
Well,
and I-
Pokemon Go he deleted during
Pokemon
our
Go,
episode
I
recording.
deleted
during the first episode.
during the episode.
Whereas I played it for at least a week or two
Yeah.
yeah,
after the episode.
Yeah.
I will say though, this weekend I saw people who I thought were playing Pokemon Go. I don't know if they actually were. They might have just been looking at their
So
phone.
people still play Pokemon Go.
So I think it brought back some memories, brought back some good times. F the beach. Pokemon Go's moving on.
Wow.
Wow.
This is
Crazy.
upsetting for me so much. It's like that
Yeah.
really bums me out.
That is.
I was
yeah.
excited to see how far the beach could go.
Mhm.
I
but-
almost texted you
Nowhere.
guys the other day saying, I think we should delete the Pokemon Go episode. It upsets me so much. My least favorite hobby.
Wow.
But no, now it's.
Did
now
you?
it's-
Were you actually
no,
going to say that?
that's not- now it's gonna win this bracket.
You just
for
wanted it
God's
to be out of
sakes.
this. Okay, this one, and this will bring up some conversation here. The Hot Pepper Challenge versus moving.
Oh, who put these in the
Yeah,
bracket?
this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
one.
this proves
This
that
is
it was
the
random.
losers bracket. Put that with fidget spinners.
But I do say we have to get into something for the Hot Pepper Challenge. So
Yeah.
if you did listen to the Hot Pepper Challenge, you remember we made a video. You might have watched it. We also had some ghost peppers, and we said if we got
50 orders on
50
Amazon.
orders on Amazon,
That's ineedahobbypod.com/Amazon.
then we would eat the ghost peppers. And fans, you did as good.
We got 50 orders on Amazon
A while ago.
months
Yeah.
ago.
But we figured
A
let's
long
save it
time
for the
ago.
50th.
Yeah.
Right. But then we figured, let's mess this up entirely.
Yeah, can someone describe our 50th episode?
I'll explain it.
Part one.
We thought it'd be fun. We even teased this on social media to eat the Ghost Peppers for the 50th episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had it all set up. We were going to record it. It was during the I Need Hobby Pod Summit, if you guys followed that on the Instagram and Snapchat. And then, we were hanging out with friends, and we figured, let's let them watch us eat the ghost pepper. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
true. It would be,
we can regret it now, but that's so lame of us to say, like, sorry guys, we're gonna eat the ghost pepper by ourselves
and talking
you
to microphones.
Can't watch us.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right.
It's a what's the word? Spectacle.
Yeah,
I almost said
but at the
skeptical.
same time, like I
was skeptical.
I was firmly against having fans watch because like it's like I almost said something disgusting, which I'm not gonna get into. But it's like it's like my nose was running. I was crying.
It was disgusting.
I was screaming. Like I don't want anyone to see me at that point in my life, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then
so it's like embarrassing.
But
to
I think
But you're right, it is a
realizing
spectacle.
that you don't want anyone to see it. People did see it. I think we kind of realized because originally we had thought maybe that would be the 50th episode.
Mhm.
It was
Oh,
planned. We
boy.
said at the beginning.
Yeah, we told it the
So
50th
as we're
episode.
saying, we recorded the whole episode. Then we realized like eating peppers and trying to talk. It wasn't like the last hot pepper where
We
had
didn't
what's
film
on
it
your minds to
either for
talk
some
about.
reason. We just were like, this will work.
It was a disaster.
Yeah, it's bad.
But
But
fans want it, so we are still putting it out there. So if you want it, it's going to be on a tab on our website.
Yeah.
It'll probably be called like
hidden.
we should call it like the hidden episode or something.
Yeah, like a SpongeBob.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the SpongeBob hidden tapes. Or you could email us, or if you have trouble finding it. It's just going to be a YouTube link.
We'll
probably.
find it. We'll just make a private YouTube video, so if you have the link, you can watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll just be audio. We'll never release it on iTunes. And yeah, it's about a half hour.
Also, like there was,
It's
fans of
insane.
the show,
It's
you should
worth-
listen
it's worth
'cause
listening
it is
to.
like insane.
Because there's a lot that's going on.
And the whole time we're at least I was like pretending it wasn't a disaster, like trying to get.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we were
I
trying
talked
to
into the
salvage it.
microphone at all.
There was broken glass. It
Very,
was insane.
very vulgar and gross episode overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the hot pepper challenge.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't like moving at all.
Yeah, Andrew?
Oh, wow.
And hot pepper
I
challenge is
didn't
like
thought
I
of
will probably tell people that I've eaten a ghost pepper.
Hmm.
You know, which I
Yeah,
know hot
that's
pepper
true.
challenge. We're
Right.
talking about
Right.
Hmm.
the previous hot peppers that we ate, but it's like something. It's like a weird fun fact.
Hmm.
Whereas I'm never gonna say like, oh, I moved.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so no, I'm gonna go moving. The hot pepper challenge is fun.
That's fair for sure.
It was
yeah.
a fun challenge, but even though moving is like an all day thing, I talked about this in the episode, but I like getting a full clean,
Yeah, there's some
cleaning,
There are many positives.
moving
to moving.
out, and it's kind of exciting. It's
Yeah.
different. So moving.
I
Chris?
gotta agree with Andrew. There's something I like
I
about
think I
moving.
disagree with myself. I'm still
There's
going hot
something I
pepper.
don't like about eating hot peppers. So yeah, I gotta go moving. I mean, it's once a year, but I don't. It's solid. It's fun. There's parts
Yeah.
of it that are fun. There's nothing fun about eating hot peppers to me.
Yeah, well, you
Except for the like camaraderie.
another like funny thing about the
You
hot
can have
pepper
that one
challenge.
moving too.
I thought was like we planned ahead on like what we were gonna eat, kind of, and we're like, all right, we'll get some hot stuff. Chris showed up with like a 1-inch free packet of wasabi. As one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
things
that's
we were gonna
hilarious.
eat. Like the smallest thing ever.
I tried to buy wasabi. I couldn't find it
You
anywhere.
were
So I
too
just
low.
got
I
it
don't
from
even
like
know
one of
where to
those
buy
like
it.
They're,
sushi
like,
bars at a
samples,
restaurant.
yeah.
It's very
Yeah, we didn't eat it.
Very
Very
cool.
strange. Very strange.
Interesting.
Another funny thing about that episode was that the hottest pepper we had third, which we did not
We
anticipate,
didn't
at
anticipate
all.
at all.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
what do we have after that?
The
The
salsa,
salsa.
yeah.
We had
Which
a-
was refreshing.
no, but the salsa was at the very end though. We had something else, maybe the jalapeno, which wasn't that spicy.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Jalapeno was fine.
Wow.
That was a
Crazy
fun
stuff.
episode.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, going to the gym versus bowling.
Wow,
Mm.
interesting.
I think I'll take this one off. Interesting. Like I said in the episode, going to the gym, something you do. I don't really think of it as something that excites me all the time.
Right.
Bowling, when I do go, I'm excited about it. I gotta go with bowling.
Ooh, I'm size 11.
I gotta go with bowling. It's more fun for me, and going to the gym for me is like just part of my life. Bowling is something that like if I bowled as often as I went to the gym,
Right.
who knows where it'd be. Maybe if that was my workout, it might be a different thing.
Ugh.
Which for some people it probably is.
You'd be in
but-
such weird shape.
Yeah, I'd have like really
Check
strong.
out my right
like-
arm.
yeah. But yeah, I'm going bowling. Andrew.
I am gonna agree with you, Chris.
Ooh.
Dang it. Yeah, I don't enjoy going to the gym. Really,
Yeah, we did talk about this.
I've mentioned this. I like the feeling of working out. And
I like how I said that like we haven't talked about every one of these hobbies before.
We did talk about
We
that.
talked
We've
about that on the
done this, yeah.
podcast.
I like working out, but I would prefer other ways to do it: running, rock climbing, even biking. Future hobby potentially.
Ooh. You piqued my interest.
I like that we're still astonished
Yeah.
whenever we like come up.
Yeah.
We come up with like 5 ideas every episode.
And even bowling as a workout. I have fun with it as a hobby.
Bowling's
and
not a workout.
as
Stop
a good
saying
t-
bowling
as
is
a
a
good
Yeah,
time
workout.
bowling's not a workout unless you're 70.
This is insane.
Unless you're using a walker because you can't walk
Unless you're
otherwise,
using
then
a
it's gonna be
medicine
a
ball
workout.
as your bowling ball.
Who says I'm not?
Unless you're running and
I'm
picking
doing
up the
crunches.
pins.
I'm doing the medicine ball toss as
Andrew's
my
juggling
bowl.
the pins, trying to sneak it into another episode.
Andrew teaches a cardio bowling class.
bowling, baby.
There you went bowling.
Yeah,
I would have
you would have
gone
gone
to the gym.
right?
Honestly, I'm thinking back to like the bowling episode, and the time we went bowling was extremely frustrating for me because like I purposely. This is gonna make me sound like a poor sport, but I tried so hard to like curve the ball
I remember
the
that.
Yeah.
whole time, thinking it would be cool in the podcast to say like, "Oh, I know how to curve a ball now," and I didn't even freaking get close. Like, it got me so mad, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'd probably still rather like, I don't know. I'll never going to the gym. That's my vote.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter. God.
Alex can't even talk straight. He's
Yeah,
still,
I'm
he's
upset.
still
Like,
thinking about
like,
the bowling
I got like a
episode.
68 on bowling.
Yeah,
It was
that
such
is
a
really
low
bad.
score.
I've been bowling more recently, and I'm consistently over 100.
I just know, like, I know. I don't want to get into
Right.
the
Yeah,
bowling
yeah.
2 episode.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the next matchup here. This one's, dare I say it, interesting. Going to bars
Nice.
versus Boda Borge.
Ooh, wow.
And for the fans who haven't listened, Boda Borge was kind of like an escape room type thing we went to. I listened to the episode.
Listen
if
to
you
the
want more.
episode, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Chris, how
hobbies,
many
but
how many matchups do we have left?
This
Including
one's
this?
tough. Holy
we
cow.
got 3 more after this.
3 more after this, so 4 including this.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one's really tough
boy.
for me.
I can start.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is really tough because I feel like going to bars is generally fun, but it can get kind of repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Boda, I believe. I still think it's Boda Borg, but
Yeah.
we
They-
can call it
actually,
Boda
fun fact,
Borge
like,
actually messaged
We
us.
got an
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
DM from Bodeborg, and they told us how to pronounce
but
it.
I forget.
And like they like
Did they just
they
type
didn't
it?
say, they like spelt it out. They didn't like spell it out phonetically like you probably
like you would
should.
expect.
They're like, yeah, you pronounce it,
Yeah.
and then they spell
B-O-R-G.
BODA-G. So I don't know if it's Bodeborga, which could be with that,
Wait,
or if it's
BODA-G?
Oh, no.
B-O.
BOR-G. So I don't know if it's
Borg.
Bodeborga,
Oh, it's probably
Bodeborg-G,
Yeah.
you know, and it's some guy from
No, it's
Sweden.
probably G because otherwise they'd put the J maybe. Bor-J for Borge. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you can make the argument that it's pronounced
Borgi.
Bodeborg-J. Which is-
Bodeborg. G.
Yeah, but no one's saying that.
I'm just saying that.
No one is arguing
I'm just-
that. That's the butter pecan people.
I'm just saying that these nice people reached out to us and tried to help us,
That's
and I'm
true,
putting
yeah.
them down a
Yeah,
peg.
no, that was cool getting a message from them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, Boda Borg was interesting and it was different. And the deal breaker for me is that even though going to the bars is kind of mundane after a while and it can get repetitive, there's still something interesting about every night. It's different. Whereas Boda Borg, if I went multiple times, it would be the same challenges. And this is close for me, but I'm going to go going to bars.
Wow. You want me to go, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. This is another tough one. It's not like bowling where I just know I really hated the experience, so I knew my answer. This one is I thoroughly enjoy both. Boda Borg. I think the thing about Boda Borg is that is that Boda Borgi does one thing. It's one thing, but it does that one thing so well. Like
Incredibly well.
it was
Right.
great. There was no part where I was like, "Oh, this is annoying," or "This is."
I agree with that.
This is they could have done better. They are very specific on what they want to do, and they do it very well. Whereas going to the bars, it's a huge broad thing. Which obviously they both have pros and cons. I could want like a different type of bar scene, or I could want a different type of Boda Borg. Like, I think it's the same thing that you said, Andrew, with the beach in Pokemon Go. Whereas going to the bars, it's like, all right, fine, I'm going. It's a good. It's most of the time a great time. But Boda Borg was like, I think back to that, doing that, and it's like, it was so cool, so creative, so great. I'm going Boda Borg all the way.
Wow.
Chris,
Wow.
split the tie.
So this is another. I mean, this is an interesting one. You know, I've probably been to.
Stop.
Yeah, someone could just edit together all the clips of
Yeah,
this.
we've got the tape recorder of Chris
Yeah.
just playing. This is an interesting
Yeah.
one.
That's my new mixtape. This is an interesting one. I've probably been to a bar, you know, dozens of times, if not 50s of times.
If not a baker's dozen, for God's sakes.
I mean, most weeks I'm going to a bar at least once, I'd say.
Right.
I've been to Boda Borg's twice, which is more than almost everyone I've ever met, probably.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't think you could compare Boda Borg as something you go to
That's true. That's
multiple
not
times.
There's no way. That'd be
Andrew
insane.
said,
to
it's
do it all
like
the time.
it's not something you go to again because you already know it.
So here's how I'm going to decide this. Just in my head is I'm thinking like, if I had the option to do both in a night, if it's someone, I have one of my friends, hey dude, we got to go to this bar. It's a great bar. Hey dude, Boda Borg has a few new challenges. What am I going to do? You know I'm going to Boda Borg.
Yeah.
I knew when you said it like that, like I would agree 100%.
Yeah, right.
Because the bar you could do, the bar like you said, if you go all the time, like you could do it whenever. You could brush it to the side.
Yeah.
Boda Borg feels like an event, like you're going to.
Yeah.
I might even agree with that, but I'd still go going to bars.
All right.
But all right,
That was a tough one.
That's
That was
interesting.
one of the toughest ones.
Yeah, Boda Borg. Moving
Because
on.
two great experiences.
Two great ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next one, we got air travel, flying on planes versus watching movies.
Wow.
You can do them both at the same time if you
Yeah.
like, but not in this situation. Well, actually, I guess you got to include the movies in there.
You got it. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it.
But think
You
about
don't
it
have to
objectively.
include air travel with your watching movies.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, can I
actually.
take this one off first?
Sure,
I have an
sure.
interesting thing on this one, and you guys are gonna probably get mad at me, but I gave watching movies a low rating.
Yeah.
Chris is going to talk about how he likes making small talk at the movies.
I'd say that's like criminal.
Hey, is that woman also Adam Sandler in a wig?
Yeah. Somehow went into Jack and Jill without knowing the plot.
On a plane. So
That would get me so mad.
I gave watching movies a low rating, but
It did spark a deep, thorough investigation
yeah,
of our
that's true.
podcast. If
That's
I recall.
true. But
Mhm.
I'll save it for the pod. But at the same time, there's something about air travel that's annoying. Like, I do have some fun making small talk.
Yes, you guys are finally getting on my side.
I
This
do have
is
some
my
fun making
argument in
small
air
talk.
travel.
I do like it because of the excitement of the next trip, but you do have to come back, which I probably mentioned in air travel. Watching movies, I'm just going to go watching movies.
Okay.
And this
not
one's a
upset
tough
with that,
one.
Chris,
Yeah.
because like
Yeah, I'm not upset with that.
I think I
even
gave
if,
air
even if
travel
you
high
don't have
rating,
many
but-
pros to say about watching movies, like what you said, air travel's a hassle. No one would ever say watching
it's
movies.
like
Exactly,
the ultimate
yeah.
casual hobby versus like incredibly planned. And
Yeah, exactly.
Besides like a vacation.
I could watch a movie right after this.
Right.
For me to get on a plane after this would be very difficult.
That would be incredible. Yeah.
That would be. Maybe I will.
Wait, that'd be a good challenge to do one episode.
Just like
See how quick and how far we could go from like this point in
Wow.
that'd be
24
insane.
hours.
Yeah, what if we were like, for $100, how far away from the studio can you get?
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
I would do like one of those. Like, remember that blog from a long time ago that was like, you trade a red paper clip for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would do that with trade like a bunch of stuff until I accumulated like millions of dollars.
He got a house, right? Red
then-
paper
yeah,
for a
so-
house.
and then I would go to Mars.
You'd build a house on
All right.
Mars.
I think
You
I
lost me.
win.
All right.
I'm
That's
Elon
true.
Musk now.
Mm.
Do you want me to go? Or do you want
Sure.
Andrew to go?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I think after the episode of watching movies, I realized that I do enjoy watching movies, but I'm more of a TV show kind of guy,
Interesting.
which I think are
Mm.
very comparable because a lot, especially the
Sure.
TV shows, we're in a pretty good time for TV shows.
sure.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a bad time for movies, but it's not
Definitely
like
good time.
No, you're right.
I think we're in a really good time for TV shows,
Yeah.
and it's just a good time for movies.
Hmm.
But watching planes fly, that's not what I was going to say. Going on an airplane or air travel, it's just like, it is annoying. Like it feels exciting the first time you go, but like Chris says, you still have to come back. So you go the first time and you're excited. Then you have to go back to the airport again and there's like no excitement. You know, like in 24 hours, you're going to be back at work and doing, the regular old 9 to 5.
On the way back down from the climax of the movie can still be an exciting time.
Exactly. I love a post-credit sequence. Actually, I don't know. I think I might be against the post-credit
Oh
sequence.
yeah, I'm definitely against.
Especially like...
they either add ambiguity, are like silly to a point where it's stupid,
And I just
or
I really don't like
unsatisfying.
I really don't like Marvel movies, and I feel like Marvel is like one of the only
Full of
companies that does
Yeah.
post-credit sequences now. So yeah, watching movies for sure. But if watching TV shows was in it, that would win for me probably
Oh, interesting.
out of these three.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep it brief here because
Mhm.
I am also going watching movies, so I'll talk about it later.
See, because you were pretty big into air travel though too, so this is kind
Yeah.
of this is
It's like a little tough because I do like air travel, but watching movies is like
you were gung ho with watching.
I think
movies, for sure.
yeah, what I said before about it being super casual, I could just watch a movie after this. I love messages in movies, and yeah, air travel can be a hassle. So
Cool.
Nice.
All right,
save
next
it
one.
for the next round.
This one, dare I say, is intriguing. Huh?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that I'm having me saying interesting. Sports betting versus county fairs.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Jeez, Andrew.
This is the losers bracket.
What do you think? Yeah, these are two very
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, this is an easy one because I did not like county fairs,
Right.
and I continue sports betting, and I like it. Recently bought some cryptocurrency, so
yeah,
That's
you know.
not sports betting though.
that's very different.
yeah, I guess
That's not
just-
related.
This episode isn't like
That's
being-
more related to county fairs, I'd say.
You just think of the episode being irresponsible with your money.
Losing
in
all
my
your
mind
money.
it is because
Yeah, I know. It's
because
like-
it's
it's
like
a gamble.
I bet with
It's a gamble.
Bitcoin sometimes, and it's you buy
Oh.
Bitcoins, whatever. Same
And
thing.
I don't mean irresponsible because that's like buying.
Everything's a risk.
It's like buying
Everything's a risk.
stocks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not sports betting. You could argue is irresponsible,
Yeah.
but buying
Yeah.
stocks.
Going to a county fair, you could argue, is irresponsible.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Paying
If
$1 to see the world's
If you
largest.
get too close to that hog, oh my lord,
Watch out.
swine flu for
Yeah,
days.
you wish you'd be at home betting on sports.
That's funny. I'll go next on this one.
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying sport. I'll just say sports
okay.
betting.
Sports
yeah.
betting.
Yeah.
I have done a little bit of sports betting since that episode. Mostly just in like an office pool, like picking
Yeah.
winners
not
of
as
games.
not official on a
not
site.
not
or
on like a
bookie.
site or anything, but
Yeah.
But that counts. I would
Yeah,
say
definitely.
that's part of
definitely
the
sports
hobby.
betting.
Yeah.
It's like a
I
gateway
have
to
some
it.
fun with that. I like that like group atmosphere to it. But I love county fairs. Like
Wait, what did you give the Big E?
the Big E wasn't fun.
All right, okay,
well,
okay.
it was fun
Because I think we're gonna have similar
Well,
opinions.
Yeah.
then.
the Biggie
But I-
was fun because it
it
was
was-
bad.
The Big E was like a very. It's almost like a corporate.
a
yeah,
corporate county.
fair
A
enough.
corporate county fair.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
like
I think back-
it's strictly business.
The
and they
last
wanna
few
make money.
years, I've gone to this one county fair that I've had a lot of fun at, and I hope to go again this year. And
Wait,
honestly, I
Is
might.
it in Massachusetts?
No, it's in Connecticut.
It's not
What is
the.
it?
What fair is it?
It's not the one that you talked about.
It's
in
not the
episode.
Durham
It's
fair, is it?
No,
That's
it's
the biggest
the.
one, I think.
It'll come to me. Some other fair. around
Okay.
there. But I had a lot of fun at it, and honestly, I might go to the Big E again.
Ugh.
County
God
fairs for
almighty.
We
me.
probably will.
I hate the Big E so much.
All right.
This one is tough. When I said worst of the worst, I guess I was more comparing it to the Big E
Mhm.
because I'm with Chris. I like.
Yeah.
I actually some of my best memories growing up were from county fairs near my hometown, but the Big E is like just destroyed the idea of county fairs. Like it's so.
Yeah, if you
so
didn't listen to the
awful.
episode, our episode on county fairs, we were talking about one specific fair, the Big E,
Right.
which is
And I
near
believe it
us in
stands for
Massachusetts.
in the podcast we said the big this stinks. Yeah, this sucks.
This sucks.
I don't even think we talked about that sandwich that they sell at the Big E. You guys know that one? Where it's like
No.
a burger but on a donut or something like
on like a Krispy Kreme
that.
donut. or
Yeah,
something.
it's like that. Like
That sounds better
that
than
is the
sports
Big
betting,
E
I'll
to
tell
me.
you.
It's like that's disgusting. Like the people that like the Big E probably eat that sandwich once a week. You know,
Yeah.
like during the winter too, like all the
I love
time.
how this just turned into like because yeah, some of
looked
my
like it was
favorite
gonna be
rants
easy.
were our rants in county fairs.
hated that
It was
so
that
much.
whole episode was just a long rant.
But I love county fairs. It's just I hate the Big E.
right.
Mhm.
But sports betting, it's similar to March Madness where it just doesn't do it for me. I feel like I'm not a big gambling fan, but if I'm gonna gamble, I want like a little more control. Whereas sports betting, I don't feel like I have any control. Maybe if I paid more
would
attention.
disagree. I feel like that is where you have control.
If I paid more attention to sports, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not like watching. Like I don't even play.
Like you
fantasy
can make
sports.
models. That's actually what I'm interested in. And for anyone interested, probably not when I get into computer science stuff, but
God,
something I'm very interested in for my for research is like making a model that can be profitable over time, as in like it would win like 56% of the time.
I think that's something we talked about in the episode a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to make one myself now. I don't think I had that.
But I feel like
then.
I have to know the backgrounds of these teams.
exactly.
To understand
Yeah,
that,
but it's interesting. It's statistics,
which I don't.
Mm.
Even I like you said, like a small pool. Like I'll bet on the Super Bowl with my friends.
Yeah, I'm into that.
but doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm gonna go County fairs.
County fairs. And now the last matchup of the first round.
Phew.
Finally.
People are waiting.
We've got another crazy that this happened matchup, running a marathon versus
this is a good one.
the beer mile. Two events. Two running events that we did.
Two events that put me on my knees. Let me tell you.
Made me say mercy,
Begging
mercy.
for mercy.
That
At the feet of Donald Duck himself. That's because we ran the Disney Marathon for fans at home that don't know that.
Yeah.
It probably made no sense.
I'll take this one to start.
This is a tough one.
Because I will say I do have plans in the future to hopefully do both.
Right.
We've talked about doing a beer mile this summer. I'm currently hoping to do a marathon. I think maybe around this time next year. Maybe like May of next year. So it's something that both of these things are things that I am gonna return to. But when we're talking about the act of running a marathon versus
are we putting training for?
We're taking training out, I think. In my opinion.
So we're talking about I guess
Yeah,
that's true.
I think
just
we're
the day of
the
the
act
marathon.
of the beer mile and the act of the marathon.
Yeah.
And we're taking out training for the beer mile.
Yeah,
of course.
That's tough.
That was
That's
another
tough. Then
hobby.
I feel like training for the marathon is
Yeah.
a big part of running a marathon.
I
Whereas
think
training is not a big part of the beer mile.
Yeah, I think
That's all right. It's your choice. It's your.
Yeah. So for me, what I'm thinking is like I enjoy the process of training for a marathon. The day of the marathon, even if you have a good race, it's gonna hurt, and you will be super satisfied at the end. It is
Right.
like, I mean, even
True.
at Disney, I had not the best race, but when I finished, boy, it felt good. But there's something so fun about that beer mile.
Yep,
You
true.
know, this is insane, and I probably will regret it as I say it, but I'm gonna go beer mile.
Wow.
That was just such a fun day.
Yeah. See, I had a worse. Who wants? You want to
Yeah.
go, or do you want me to go?
I'll go.
Okay, you go. Because I have a lot to say.
Yeah, so for me, I think that running a marathon, to be honest, it really sucks. It's something really awesome to strive for and to have goals, but those 3 hours and change are not fun at all. And afterwards, it does feel great.
Second half of the marathon is awful. First half really isn't that awful.
Yeah.
All right,
but it's
you
still,
know your
it's
own race.
still
I
pretty
can't say
brutal.
You're just waiting for it to get awful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is like anxiety and everything.
And it is something. Yeah, my answer here will be strange as well because I really do want to continue running marathons and I want to get more into it. And obviously, I'm saying it sucks now, but I will actively want to do this. And if you would say like, "Hey, Andrew, you want to run a beer mile tomorrow?" I'd probably be like, "Probably not." Yeah. But I agree with what Chris was saying. I've done, I think, 4 beer miles now, and I've had a ton of fun every time.
Dude.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Have
you done one since the episode?
I've thrown up. I even threw up during one. No, no, that was my 4th. I think.
Okay, wow, crazy.
Wait, so
or maybe it was my 3rd.
What are you gonna pick?
I don't. Yeah, I think I've done 3 actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go beer mile.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No,
that's awesome.
Everything you just said about the marathon.
Yeah, no, I can't explain it. It's kind of like the Magic Tricks thing where I really would like to run a marathon
Yeah.
again.
That's fair. There's nothing.
And it's something I will continue doing in the future more so than beer mile. But beer mile, the lack of commitment,
feels like an event.
the true fun, the
I guess the
fact
marathon
that
is
you
too.
can do it so easily with a bunch of friends. Like
That's
for instance, your friend who won the beer mile, Alex, like
Yep.
he's not a runner at all, but
No.
he decided to go for it, to drink
destroyed
and
us.
and have fun.
You don't have to be. Yeah, you're right. You don't definitely don't
So
have to be.
that's why I will go beer mile.
I
2-0.
I had an awful beer mile experience. Like I was way too nervous.
Yeah, I can't. I want
You
you
were
to
so
keep
nervous.
talking about this.
I lost my voice afterwards.
Yeah.
The next few episodes were rough.
Like when I ran the marathon, this is a quote from my dad. You run the marathon and you get to like mile 26 and you think like I'm never doing one of these effing things again. And then as soon as you cross the finish line, you think like
When's
I
the
gotta-
next
when's-
one?
when's the
Totally
next one?
agree.
Yeah, for
beer
sure.
mile. Even to this day, I think like I never want to do one of those effing things again. It just wasn't a good experience. Like, which I know mine was a little different because
You had a
I
rough
did
day on
so
the course.
poorly. I was way too nervous. I couldn't drink the beer. It was bad. But that's the only thing I have to compare it to. So, so I got to go running marathon.
Yeah.
I
all
do
fair.
want to run another beer mile, but that's more to like, I don't know, clear my name. I don't know.
funny.
It's
Yeah,
not
just to, like,
it's
vilify
not the
yourself a
experience
little.
of running a beer mile I want. Whereas running a marathon,
Mm-hmm.
it sucks. You're right. It definitely sucks, but it's like it feels so good when you finish. Like
I feel like hardcore fans will be upset with us on this one, but
that's fair.
hey,
I'll take it.
I'm there for you, fans.
Start
All
your
right,
Running
well
marathon.
that wraps up the first round here at I Need a Hobby.
50th episode Bonanza.
yeah, almost as long as all of our episodes.
Yeah.
The most interesting episode yet.
And on to the second round we go. So now we're in the
Yes.
round of 16. So you've heard all these hobbies before, this episode, in fact, or on future episodes, former
Whoa.
episodes. Ooh, maybe
That's right. We're re-releasing season 1.
that'd be so funny if our next 50 episodes were just the first 50.
Yes.
So I'm just need to get right into it. Rock climbing versus wine tasting. Alex.
Oh God, this is a tough one to
This is a great
start.
one.
Wow. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go rock climbing. I think because wine tasting, I could see myself doing in the future a lot, as I said. But rock climbing, I think I'll be happier with myself doing a lot in the future because you get in good shape. It's fun. You meet people. Rock climbing.
Cool. Andrew?
I agree with that, Alex. Chris and I recently went rock climbing again for the
Nice.
first time since
Yeah.
our episode, and I had a ton of fun with it again. I really liked the workout, the fact that I feel a lot stronger, and it's quick in a way because if you're not good, you really can't stay on for very long. You can't stay at the gym for very long because you're just so
Fatigued.
tired.
Even if you are good, like how long can you possibly do that
So
for?
I had a lot of fun with that, and wine tasting I also had a lot of fun with, but I guess I'm always going to go for the workout one
Yeah.
when faced with a decision like this.
Breaks my heart a little to see wine tasting go, but
Yeah, agreed.
It's all right.
Wine tasting, a great time, but I would have chose rock climbing as well.
All right.
Yeah, going again recently was a ton of fun. And
Yeah.
if I had the money to, it's something I think I would like do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So rock climbing. This one, cooking versus going to a baseball game.
oh, man, this is gonna get harder and harder every
I'll-
round here.
I'll
All right, you
s-
start, Chris.
I'll start here. I did not pick baseball game in the first round, and I won't pick it in the second round. Cooking
I'm a
is
cricket lad.
cooking is something I do often, and I enjoy when I do get creative. Most of the time I am pretty busy, so I'll usually just cook something quick. But it's such a good feeling when you make something a little out of your comfort zone.
And it comes out well.
It comes out well, and even if it doesn't, you might be a little disappointed, but you're like, I'll give it another shot.
Even if it doesn't, it's better than going to a baseball game, right, guys?
Yeah, geez. Yeah, you already make me feel bad, but I might pick baseball game if you guys eventually, if it moves on somehow. But in this round, I'm saying cooking.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
going to agree with Chris. I like going to a baseball game, but cooking, it's like a lifelong skill.
Yeah.
As well as a hobby. So, and I feel like girls love a guy that is like a good cook. Am I wrong about that?
Ooh la la.
Email
I think
in.
Girls love guys who go to baseball games.
Yeah, that's Andrew's
Yeah,
line.
you're
when
wrong.
he's-
You're wrong.
When he's bringing his girl to the elementary school, it's usually for a little league game.
So, Andrew, do you cook? I can make you a Fenway Frank.
And he's getting the money for the date by betting on the kids for the game.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, I'm
Extremely
going.
profitable.
Yeah,
I'm going cooking for sure.
Huge margins in little league.
Yeah.
What would you
Okay.
have done? Would you?
No, I would have gone going to baseball
Yeah, I
game.
thought so.
But I think I respect the argument for
Mhm.
cooking. I'm not upset
Yeah.
whatsoever.
All right. Well, Andrew, you can take this next one then.
All right.
Minecraft
Oh yes, Minecraft still is.
Yeah, I keep
So bad.
forgetting we did that episode.
versus running.
Okay. Yeah. This is
Now,
this
Andrew
is,
has been quoted not 2 minutes ago saying he would do the one that has to do with fitness.
Yeah, well that's what I'm thinking here is that the bottom line is I think running can be beat for me, but for Minecraft we didn't play much afterwards, and I think I would like to play, or I would have liked to play more. I guess still would, but realistically it's not something that I would want to commit as much time as I would feel comfortable with running. And like the same thing, like Minecraft v wine tasting. Now that is a good matchup.
Holy
Wow.
cow, yeah, that is a good one.
Jeez.
So
Yeah.
stay
That
tuned
is
after
Freaking
after
Yeah,
the
for
episode.
interesting.
We're doing a full losers bracket. We're gonna rank 1 to
Wait, that'd be-
32.
That'd be fun.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Bonus.
but-
You guys have to pay for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna go running.
Yeah, I'm done running as well.
You're gonna go running.
Just
Right
like
now.
you guys went skiing.
Yeah, I mean, to give a little context to how big running is in my life, I showed up here
Yeah, sweat.
45 minutes
Chris
before,
is still sweating.
went for a run, literally walked in right as we recorded. I'm still
No,
sweating.
well, you
And-
did, you did go for the run, but you came into the house. You actually were on your computer. You were playing
Yeah.
Minecraft.
That is
so
true.
He
What
said,
was more
What's
recent?
up, noobs?
I ran with my laptop, which was kind of crazy. And
he had a virtual reality helmet on, and he was playing Minecraft the whole run,
yeah, I guess
just dying every step.
the same couldn't be said about Minecraft. Like, I would never show up to the studio 45 minutes early to get a quick.
All right, you can't
Mine
compare two different
Yeah,
hobbies
those are
like that,
unrelated.
though.
But I
'Cause that
also
would be
wouldn't ever play
insane.
Minecraft in general.
That's fair. Then. That's fair. I just feel like saying like, oh, if I was in this setting where I'm going for a run, and I was in that same exact setting,
That's true.
I wouldn't play Minecraft. Well,
Yeah.
two
That's like
different
saying
hobbies
I'm
are
on a
done-
mountain and I'm skiing, but I'm not playing Minecraft.
But would I be juggling?
All right. What would you have said? You
You went running?
yeah.
I
Just
wish
before
you
the podcast.
went running and got out of this podcast. I would go running as well. Reluctantly, I like Minecraft. It kind of comes down to like, I could comfortably tell people that I like running, but comfortably telling people that I like Minecraft is a little like embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like I've always had the conversation when I used to play Minecraft a lot. Like, if you're dating a girl, like, when do you tell her you play Minecraft?
I think you've said the same about having a podcast.
Oh yeah, I say that almost every day.
Yeah.
That's my Tinder bio. When do I tell you I have a podcast? And then
That would be
I
genius.
start the conversation with a link to our
Yeah.
Oh
website.
my god! If any listeners find Alex on Tinder,
That'd be cool.
yeah, make
I
that.
think
share.
maybe I've done that. I don't think I've done that.
Would you go on a date with a fan?
They gotta pay up if they want
I'm trying to
that.
set you up, man.
Yeah, 5-star
But
reviews
yes, I
only.
would for sure.
That one was
Yeah, I would do it for a review.
Next up, skiing versus conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
I'll
Chris,
take
you wanna
this one.
start?
Sure.
This is racking his brain right now.
This is a good one.
It's okay to
See-
say no.
See, this one, I will say, like,
Skiing or conspiracy theories? No.
yeah, can I
I
pass?
meant if you wanted to start. But okay.
I think I'm gonna go skiing on this one. I do like.
I have to think it over. Let me go skiing real quick while I ponder this.
No, we
one.
really got to use the
Yeah.
word with.
We edited out like 6 months of me like flying to the Alps, training and skiing, and then also being involved in a conspiracy
listening
theory.
to conspiracy theory podcasts going down the mountain.
No, I'm done skiing. I mean, right now,
Going with skiing. You're going with
I'm
skiing.
going with skiing, not with conspiracy theories. Like it's been said
Oh
over
wow,
and
you're
over.
going with skiing?
Yeah,
Didn't even click.
with my
Oh,
friend
wow.
skiing. I'm going with him to listen to some.
You're going to the local conspiracy theorist convention with Old Bell skiing Johnson.
Yeah, my buddy Jimmy skiing. Yes, I mean skiing is more a hobby to me. Like, I don't think that as much as I will watch an occasional documentary or something. It's not something I consider something I'm passionate about. Skiing, I'm not passionate about yet.
Yeah, that's
Maybe one
another
day.
thing. You can't. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, well, I'd say as a
Conspiracy,
whole,
you're right.
Alright.
Conspiracy theories you could be passionate about. It's more realistic to be passionate about
for
that
myself
than
at least.
skiing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that actually might not be true, but I'll still stand by it.
Yeah, I'll
Andrew?
say it for me.
Yeah, so this is a tough one for me. What it comes down to is the fact that I am not a super good skier, and the big one is that I don't want to get injured. We mentioned this in the skiing
Oh, yeah.
episode. Researching conspiracy theories, although strange, is a lot safer than
Dude, that
skiing
Andrew's-
frequently.
Andrew's first conspiracy theory was Bigfoot, which arguably is not even a conspiracy theory.
Why it's so
And
not
when
real.
Andrew went skiing, people would argue he wasn't really skiing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when I do go skiing, I have a lot of fun. But I think that if I consistently went skiing, I would think it's more of a waste of money for me
Yeah.
personally than if I was just
I can get behind
consistently
that.
researching conspiracy theories. So I'll go conspiracy theories.
Wow, I could get behind that. Skiing is a lot of fun for like going once in a while, but you get frustrated not being good enough. But then again, it's too expensive to go often to get good. Conspiracy theories cost free $99, baby. I'm doing it right now in my mind. Obama.
That's a theory.
One of the Obama
Yeah.
daughters is what this conspiracy theory is about.
Yeah, no
Um,
specific theories.
Yes.
Just say Obama, and someone will think of something.
So I'm going conspiracy
Wow.
theories. Conspiracy theories 2, episode 40.
Yeah, that one. Good ep.
Okay, next.
Sorry, I'm just writing this down. Next matchup we got, and this one is, hey, interesting. We got Magic Tricks versus Pokemon Go. Literally.
Chris has a thesaurus out right now. Opened up, bookmarked out the page for interesting, and he's got options in front of him, and he keeps on picking interesting.
Well, the problem
for
is
every
I'll
matchup.
flip to new words, and then I'll end up looking at their
And it says, like,
synonyms,
see
yeah.
also.
I'll be like, intriguing.
Interesting.
See also, interesting.
And
Nope.
you'll be like, wow, those are similar. That's interesting. Oh, that's a good word.
Am I still talking to the mic? Magic Tricks for Pokemon Go. This is the matchup of our first two
Wow,
episodes, I
this
believe.
is the golden days of the podcast.
Crazy. Andrew?
Yeah, so this is much like the ice cream episode that just because of matchups, we get, for me at least, two hobbies that are certainly not top 8 for me.
Right.
But I don't know. It's I think they're pretty evenly matched in my eyes. Once again, I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Go. I'm trying to think of if I liked Pokemon Go more than disc golf, which is what I had Magic Tricks beating. It's really just making a big conspiracy theory in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm getting
I think
confused.
Obama's involved in this one.
Yeah. So this is another weird one where I'm going to throw logic out the window, but the other way, I'm going to go Pokemon Go.
Wow.
Whoa,
Yeah,
crazy.
and I don't really like it that much, but I had a lot of fun when we played, and it's just this nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these were also our first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
think
cool.
I said that a couple
Yeah,
minutes
Chris-
ago. You were
Oh,
listening.
sorry.
In fact, he said it with interest in mind.
Yeah, so I just can't justify. I mean, Magic Tricks, like we were talking about, they're cool. They're a neat thing. And right, we've said this before this episode. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and say I don't even like Pokemon Go that much, but I had fun with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I'll go next. So I had Pokemon Go winning the first round. I don't remember if I picked Magic Tricks. Maybe I didn't. But
I don't think you did.
I think in
No,
this
you didn't.
case, I'm gonna go with Magic Tricks.
Wow.
I like we said, Pokemon Go had its time in the sun for me. It was fun for a few weeks. I don't see myself returning to it. And although I am considering that nostalgia, I do have some nostalgia for Magic Tricks, and I could see myself getting into it again. So
Yeah.
I gotta get Magic Tricks.
Yeah.
Wow. I said it earlier in the podcast. Magic Tricks is a Mount Rushmore-esque hobby. Pokemon Go is down in
Mount
the
Rushmore of
is down
fads.
in the Mount Rushmore of losers bracket, baby.
We'll call that Mount
Over
Rush.
with the fidget spinners for
Mount
ya.
Rush less, am I right?
Yes. Because I am not rushing to play Pokemon Go again.
All right,
Pokemon
hey,
Go
just
away
stop,
from me.
stop.
Back to the fidget spinners with you. Magic Tricks.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm happy with this too.
Yeah. You do look happy.
You look
are
pretty
smiling.
upset, dude.
I'm okay. I just didn't like when you were talking about. You just said like
You
people
love
who play
fidget
Pokemon
spinners.
Go are
Yeah,
losers. and,
losers, I
you
call
know,
them.
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Pansies. Dateless.
Would rather go to a baseball game,
Yeah.
but it's
God.
okay. Then cook.
People who play Pokemon Go probably hate cooking and love baseball.
And would
I
rather
could
go
see
to
that.
baseball games.
And they're playing. They're doing a beer mile every now and then.
Probably with like Mountain Dew though.
Yeah. Code red for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next matchup: moving versus bowling.
Moving. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Thought like a cow.
This is
Ice
I
cream was
thought
gonna come
Chris
in
went
there.
like hard with the move on that one.
Moving versus bowling.
This brought to you by True Moo Chocolate Milk.
Mm.
Moving versus bowling.
Yeah. I can take this one.
This is a
First
loser's
thought
bracket.
I had about this was I could see, like the bowling uniforms, like the shirts that legit bowlers wear.
Yeah.
I could see someone
That's what Guy
working,
Fieri wears.
working for like a moving company wearing one of those and having just it say like, like something movers.
We'll move for a bowl of soup.
Move. Yeah, we'll
Sure.
move all your bowls.
Weird name, but
Yeah, I don't know.
they got my business.
I might be totally wrong about that, but I gotta go bowling here. I mean,
Wow.
moving did make it out
So
of the
all you
first
have to
round.
say about moving is that someone might wear a shirt that's
It's like, I
Yeah.
still don't understand. I think this episode is so long that we're getting delusional.
I'm just tired,
That
man.
makes no sense to me.
I don't know. I don't want to get into it anymore, but
Oh, because maybe their clothes are packed away, so they have to wear a.
No, I know
An
what
old
Chris is
bowling
saying. I
shirt?
just don't think it relates to why moving is good
Huh?
or bad. Just saying, like, here's something.
Chris just woke up.
People who move sometimes wear shirts that bowling people wear. With that, I'm going to go with bowling.
yeah.
Wait, was that your argument?
That's what his argument was.
It's not
yes.
an argument. It's just a thought.
Chris trying
Can't
to
I
get in
think on this
This
podcast?
is normally where we are doing what's on your mind. Chris
Yeah,
is-
jeez. This is
Chris
where
is
I'm
really
just
confused.
This is where I'm
For a
prepping for the
bowling
plugs.
shirt.
The one thing I have ready.
All right.
Should I do the plugs right? No.
I'm going. I'm going. Wow, I actually don't know what I'm doing.
I
on
went
this
bowling,
one.
by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
If you
I'll
didn't
go
get that by my
bowling.
description of
I'll
the
go
shirts.
bowling too. Reluctantly though, this is a losers bracket, fidget spinner esque.
I like that we only
bowling is a fad.
like we haven't done an episode on fidget spinners.
Yeah, we keep mentioning fidget spinners.
Yeah.
They're still like just
Still
by
pretty
being
zeitgeist.
mentioned, they're still in secretly.
they
you know?
are.
They are still Zayden.
All right, Andrew, what do you got?
Yeah, bowling definitely.
Oh wait, so a three.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
sweet.
Bowling is fun. Moving is not.
If bowling wins, I'll be so mad.
Hmm.
I might quit the podcast if bowling wins.
Well, let's see what we can do, Andrew.
All right. Chris, yeah, that's-
I guess we
that's
could,
exactly-
in theory, do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very easily.
Yeah, easily.
All right.
Shoot, why did I say
Now
that?
that's a funny idea. If we like put like vegan in the podcast, and me and Chris conspired beforehand, and just come
Get it
up,
to
just
win.
pull reasons, out of
I
thin
would
air
I would actually quit.
to just keep
Yeah.
doing vegan.
Obama would be
that'd
involved in that
so funny.
somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mean Bo Obama, the dog?
Yeah.
Obama's dog. Also
Exactly.
weird that Obama's dog's name is Bo Obama. Like Barack Obama's initials, he named his dog.
That's pretty baller.
That's so weird.
Definitely. Oh well, he's the president. He
Yeah.
does what he wants. Speaking of
I
Bo,
feel like that's like naming his dog Barack.
excuse me. Speaking of Bo, Bo de Bourge
Yes.
Nice.
versus watching movies. Alex.
Wow. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
This is tough. Because no one from the movie industry has Instagram DM'd us ever. But people from the Boda Board industry have.
I got the one from DreamWorks, but I deleted that because I didn't want to get in your guys' heads.
Hey, you want a sneak peek at Shrek 5?
Nope.
Shrek, whatever 4 or 5 is scheduled.
Shrek Forever After 5?
Shrek 5 ever after.
I'm going to go watching movies, I think. Because I know I said Boda Borg is like really fun for an event, but watching movies is fun enough, and I do it often enough to outweigh that.
I think for me, I gave watching movies the green light last time. I'm not giving it a chance this
Wow.
time.
Wrote
Boda Bourge
NCA.
was just so much fun. And like if the three of us went to a movie theater, not that like there's other reasons why I'm not picking it, but Boda Bourge was just such a good time. And I'd much rather do that than go to a movies or watch a movie. And yeah, Boda
Also,
Bourge.
fun fact for the fans at home.
Or Boda Board.
One time the three of us snuck into a movie together.
Oh, that was fun.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Superman, Batman vs Superman, I believe.
Yeah.
That was a great night on the town.
Yep.
Yeah. So if fans want to hear about. Well, it's definitely not even a good
That's
story.
more or less the whole story.
Yeah.
We had to go to the bathroom, and the guy wasn't originally going to let us in though. Remember?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I I gave him that
talk,
little
yeah.
I have a
I
podcast link.
slipped him a podcast sticker, and then we got in.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 9, the movie.
Oh, so this is a tiebreaker, so Andrew.
I'll split. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I like what you said about Boda Board being more of a social event, because I didn't take that into consideration. Where I like watching movies, but with you guys, I'd probably rather go to Boda Board again.
Right.
But I personally, watching movies is my go-to solo hobby. It's something I'm very into. Love messages. And I really like to
What do
unwind.
you mean you love messages?
Wait, what did you say?
Like
you said that before, I think.
Yeah, I mean like the message of a movie. I can get behind
Oh, okay.
a lot of them.
I was like zoning out for a second, and all of a sudden I heard
Love messages.
love messages.
Yeah,
You said it before. I thought you were just stumbling over your words.
No, I just mean I like the message of a movie. I think it can be very
More
poignant
so than
and
the
serious.
message of a Boda Bourge.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just a
You know the message
know.
of I'm a rat, and I have to pretend to be a rat for this room. In
Listen to
Boda Board.
Boda
Listen to our episode on Boda Bourge.
yeah. So I will go watching movies.
Right.
It is my go-to solo hobby.
All right, the last one
Nice.
this round. County fairs versus the beer mile.
Woo, actually, this one might be a little tough.
This is a good one. And I'll take this one off, but I think that it's funny because as a day event, a country fair with friends and a beer mile with friends, for some reason, like invokes a similar feeling to me. It's like something you don't do that often.
It's like a summertime feel
It's
too.
gonna be it's like summer to like fall-y, kind of like
Yeah.
outdoors,
Yeah, definitely.
hanging out. You're gonna feel gross afterwards.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I think I'm
The
gonna,
world's largest pigs are always involved.
yeah, seriously. That's what they call me when I'm on my third beer.
Yeah. We start charging.
World's largest pig. Chris has been his third laugh, just squealing the whole time.
Oh god. I
Oh,
think
that's such a funny idea.
well, I do want to do both of them this upcoming summer/fall. I think with this one I'm gonna go county fairs. It's just something about it to me. I like a lot
Chris
of
is
it.
crying. Oh my god.
Honestly, when we talked about what season's the best, county fairs really played a role with making me think like of fall and
Yeah.
how much I like fall. Beer miles didn't do the same for me for summer
Mhm.
or any other season that you could do a beer mile.
You want to go? You want me to
Go
go?
county fairs.
I'll go.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is tough for me in that I think in the first round for county fairs, I was just really anti-Big E. I think I would enjoy county fairs more. Like if I was going to other ones, especially with you guys or other friends. But I mean, I just had beer mile beat running a marathon, for God's sakes. I'm not gonna let it
insane
lose
to
to
me.
something I had losing in the first round. So yeah, I'm going beer mile. I think it is not necessarily. It's hard to explain. It's fun, but it's not enjoyable. That's it.
Yeah.
And I
Kinda like
think
running a
I
marathon.
think county
Yeah,
fairs
I get
is a similar experience for me, but I like beer mile better.
Yep.
So there it is.
I think I'm going to go county fairs as well. Just the feeling, you're right. It's like a great time of the year. You're hanging out with friends. You're hanging out with your family. Beer mile, like I said earlier, not my jam.
Wow. Not your jam.
Okay.
But you could buy some fresh jam at a county fair.
At the county fair. Yeah, that's true.
All right. Next round, baby.
is this
But at the same time, like, I don't
This
want
is the
county
Elite Eight.
fairs to win the podcast. Or
Well,
All right, we'll
tournament.
never think that far ahead. All right, can we let's just list off the Elite Eight.
all right. So the
for
Elite Eight,
everyone.
In no specific order, except
Yeah,
it will be the
No,
specific order.
do no specific
Okay, I
order
like that.
to make it no
We got
matter.
bowling, we got cooking, conspiracy theories. This is hard to keep track. Watching movies, county fairs, running, rock climbing. Is that it?
There's one more.
Magic tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's
all
pretty
right.
good.
There's some good.
Some
There's
of
enough.
them, some of them I would say don't belong.
Yeah.
Some of them definitely belong.
We're ready.
Yeah.
So let's hit
All
us,
right.
Chris.
First round, we got rock climbing versus cooking, and I'm gonna give that one to Andrew.
Wow, this is tough.
This is a heavyweight
This is a
matchup.
big one.
I did not vote for cooking last time, but I do like cooking. I forget what it was against, but I think it was something I really
Going
liked.
to a baseball game, I believe.
Yeah. So definitely. And rock climbing is something I'd like to do more of, but getting that money factor involved, it just might not be worth it. Oh boy, this is incredibly difficult.
Wow.
I
Andrew's sweating profusely for the fans at home.
I'm
pacing.
I'm gonna go.
I'm flipping a coin. Oh my god.
And it is. Oh, it's on its edge.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I got Pokemon. Yeah.
Pokemon Go championship. I'm gonna go rock climbing.
Okay.
I like cooking, but it's something stressful to me about cooking for other people as well, which we haven't really got into.
Ooh,
And I don't
That's a
know if
big part
that's
of it, though.
enough of
Interesting.
a way to
I can
whereas
see that.
rock climbing, it's me and the wall.
I would
So,
argue that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Thanks.
I would argue that cooking for other people, if it really is your hobby, is probably
Definitely.
weighs
Yeah,
in.
like-
You know.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say rewarding, but yeah.
Also, definitely rewarding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, I'll go. I think this is another one of the tough ones. Very interesting. I don't know if that's been stated. Cooking is great, lifelong hobby. As we said, we're gonna try a new like diet challenge possibly in the near future,
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
it's gonna make me even more interested in cooking because it's
Yeah,
like certain
definitely.
different aspects are involved. But rock climbing is like, I think it's great for you. Socially, it's great for you. You kind of feel like creative because there's like puzzles involved almost. So I feel a little bit more rewarded going rock climbing than I do cooking a good meal. So I'm going rock climbing.
Wow, that's a good one.
What would you
What
have
would you have
done,
done,
Chris?
Chris?
Oh wait, you picked rock climbing as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I was ready. Jeez, I was ready to have to get into it. You're
Chris
right.
is stressed for
God. I was gonna pick rock climbing as well, and I think
Okay.
the biggest thing for me
Nice.
that I thought of was like I always liked rock climbing. I like going out to eat, and I like
Ooh.
cooking. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm
Right,
not cooking
right,
every
right.
night, and I'm almost more excited when I don't have to cook. You know?
I think I
Sometimes.
agree. Like I think being like a quote unquote foodie, whatever you call that hobby.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more into that hobby than I am cooking.
Yeah, I think
It's just that cooking is less expensive.
for sure.
Like
yeah.
I'm at the point in my life where
I agree
can't
with
go
that
out to like
completely.
fancy meals right
Yep.
now.
Yeah. All right. Well, next up we got running versus conspiracy theories.
Wow! Oh my lord!
That is
a tough one.
interesting.
Oh my god, my interests.
Some say you can still hear it.
I'll go first on this one.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to do on this
will
one.
say this is a good one. And like I said, like running is probably my main hobby. I'm not just giving it a green light all the way to the finish. Like because I do it every day, it's something that's not always the most exciting thing. You know what I mean? It's something I am a big fan of, but
Right.
there are certain hobbies that could overtake it. I don't think conspiracy theories can be that for me.
Right.
When I have had the phase where I'm getting into it and like watching movies and stuff, it's fun. But, you know, I'm more excited about going for a run.
Sure.
Almost always. So, running.
I'll hop in for this one.
Okay.
God, I don't know. I shouldn't have hopped in. I don't even know my answer. Running has been an actual lifelong hobby. Probably the hobby I've stuck with the most.
Mhm.
There was a point in my life where I stopped running for a long time, and I'm back into it, and it is great. But there is part of me, like in the back of my mind, where it's like it's slipping away from the hobby part and into more of like an obligation for me.
Mhm.
Like I feel like a responsibility
That's kinda what I
to
was
keep
thinking a
running,
little bit.
which is weird because there's other methods of exercising that I know I could do. But even like when you sign up for a marathon, it's almost like
Mhm.
it's like it stresses you out a little. But it's great. It's obviously a great hobby. And even not looking at it me personally, just the hobby itself, it's a great hobby because anyone could do it. Most people could do it if they're healthy. But you don't have to pay money. You just have to get shoes and go off running. But I think as a hobby, conspiracy theories is what I have to go for because even when I'm going for a run, sometimes I'll listen to like a conspiracy theory podcast or like a crime type podcast, which I'm kind of bundling together. And I don't feel like that obligation that I feel with running. So I'm going conspiracy theories. That's my toughest one though, for sure. I could wake up tomorrow, pool of sweat around me. What, did I just go running in my sleep, for God's sakes? No, I'm stressing out over this wrong decision I just made.
Wow.
I'm going conspiracy theories. Andrew?
So I got to break the tie here. Okay. Yeah, this is really tough. I honestly don't even know what I'm going with as I'm speaking right now, but I'll go over my thought process.
Yeah, just like most episodes.
Yeah. Running is a lifelong hobby for me, but I've been meaning to bring this up is that my knee is just hurting me still. It's not as bad as it was, but it's something where I can't really run, and I think I will hopefully be able to soon. Goal is by 2018 now, but like that's a long time without running, and like I miss it obviously, but can I really have it go super far without even being able to run? Like I gotta have it lose eventually, but I can't have it lose to conspiracy theories. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Crazy.
I like conspiracy theories as much as the next guy, but running is still gonna be that. It'll always be
running's too good. I like. I'm split. I think
Mm-hmm.
part of me voting for conspiracy theories might have been because I knew you want to vote for conspiracy theories, and I just know because running is like they're on the same level. They're on the same page for me right now. Like those are probably my no. I can't even like conspiracy theories. Really isn't my hobby right now.
It's something.
It's just something that
you're
I'm interested in
yeah.
for sure.
It is interesting.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
It's very interesting.
But running,
honestly.
yeah, okay. But I'm happy running one.
Super
All right.
interesting. All right, next up we got Magic Tricks versus bowling.
Ooh, okay. I'll take this one to start.
Go for it.
Mount Rushmore. You look at it from a distance. What do you see? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. What is that behind Thomas Jefferson's ear? Abraham Lincoln's pulling out a quarter. Sleight of hand. Abraham Lincoln's doing a little sleight of hand before us. Magic Tricks goes down as one of the founding hobbies of this nation, one of the founding hobbies of this podcast, and I believe it deserves to go all the way to the top.
Jeez.
So bowling, Magic Tricks for sure. It's not even. It's not even a debate. Bowling should have been out the first round.
And to the right of Abe Lincoln, bowling pins and a bowling ball.
It's that one guy from the YouTube video with a speech bubble coming out of his head saying, "Who do you think you are? I am."
Yeah,
Listen to that episode to get that.
This is tough, but to be honest, I agree with you, Alex. I'll go back to Magic Tricks here. It's tried and it's true, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Bowling is great, but it's not
Great at all.
There's
It's
a
not even
thrill
good.
of a good magic trick
Yeah.
that I don't get for
both
bowling a strike.
giving and taking.
Mhm.
You know, that sounded weird for some reason. Giving and taking.
Yeah,
a
giving and
magic
taking.
but like viewing a magic trick
Take
and come on.
Yeah.
Andrew
Like
will yell
forcing
that
a
at the
magic
little
trick at
leaguers
someone.
as he's doing the tricks to them.
But like both, like viewing magic and being the magician, the
Yeah, both
illusionist.
are fun.
Mhm.
I will say, I won't get too into it. I was going to go bowling, so.
Yeah.
I hate you,
Interesting.
Chris. I mean, come on.
And I see a clear path to the finish for me in bowling, but save that for the after show. So the last matchup of the Elite Eight, we got watching movies versus county fairs. I'll take it off.
I'll take
Can I
one
go?
off.
Can I go?
I'll take it off.
I just said I'll take it off.
Oh, you'll take it off.
My shirt, that is. As you go.
He's got a tattoo
This is
saying
getting stressful.
County Fair Champ, world's biggest pig. Oh my
It
god.
has the exact bracket results without even the rounds
Insane.
we haven't got to yet.
That is
plus-
interesting.
Plus next year's March Madness. I mean, get your
Insane.
sports betting out right
Do
now.
you believe in miracles?
Chris has got National Treasure bracket on the
also,
back.
he has National Treasure.
winning the
He has National Treasure 3 with Nicolas Cage in his back pocket.
is
On
National Treasure
DVD.
winning the Emmy.
The Oscar.
Yeah, I knew that was wrong right when it came out.
Wait,
Sorry,
you've never seen
that
this,
wasn't.
the stage play? Wait, oh no, Emmys is
That's-
TV shows. I would watch a National Treasure TV show.
I
Or
would
a
too.
play.
Yeah, or playing.
Or listen
Would
to a
have-
National
if it won
Treasure
the
podcast.
Tonys.
The National Treasure play.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be painful.
can only have Nicolas Cage as the lead.
Yeah, jeez, that would be terrible. But I'm gonna go county fairs after all this madness.
Okay.
Wait, what's it up against?
Watching
Movies.
movies. Like I
Okay.
said, watching movies, something I'll just kind of do. County fair is something I get excited about. So that's why that's for me. Andrew?
Yep, like I said before, I'll say it
The
before.
exact
I'll
opposite.
say it again. Movies is my go-to. County fairs, I've been voting against it every time, and it is the
Can't
little
seem to
engine
get it
that
out.
could. But
Yeah, you're not
hopefully,
into that.
in this one, it falls.
Does Massachusetts have many big county fairs?
Yeah,
Or is
we
it
got,
really
we
just
got a
the
decent
big
amount.
Yeah. You want to talk big county fairs? How about the big freaking E, dude?
All right. Well, I guess I meant small county fairs. I guess I meant the opposite of what I said.
No, that, I'm
No,
sure.
there are some.
Do we have big county fairs? We have the biggest freaking E. Because I think where I am in Connecticut, basically except for my town, weirdly enough, every surrounding town has a county fair. So
Mhm.
it's like I feel like it's a big part of the culture. But I also am in a pretty rural town compared to where we are in Massachusetts.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
don't know if it plays.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't care about that because watching movies, I'm going with for sure.
Wow.
I think watching movies,
Are you gonna get back in the Rushmore?
not
talk?
even, no, not quite.
Because we
not
are
quite.
down to 4.
Actually, the movie Rushmore is a pretty good movie. Have
yeah.
you seen that? That's
yeah,
a
I
good
have
movie.
seen Rushmore, yeah.
Watching movies not even as a solo hobby, because I would argue that it's not a solo hobby of mine, but I think it's a good way to build relationships.
Okay.
Not just romantic, but with your friends. A lot of
Mm.
common jokes or something with romantic
That's
partners
a
and
great
friends
point that
are
we
with,
haven't touched
are
on
with
yet.
movies.
Mhm.
Very good
And
point.
even like in middle school, like the funny movies, like
Yeah.
that's how you felt cool. Is like if you made a
Yeah.
Step Brothers joke.
I think
Yeah.
that was my first time being funny was just like saying lines
like-
from my favorite
yeah.
movies. Yeah.
see, that's another thing where
Stealing
I think
other
of TV
people's
shows.
jokes.
Exactly. That's how
Because
I
I
got
remember doing
into
that with like Family Guy a lot growing
Exactly.
up. But it is the same idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So watching movies. I'm
Wow.
going with.
Crazy. All right, we got the final 4, baby.
Nice.
The
What do we
first
got?
matchup, they're calling it the matchup of the R's.
The R's.
We got rock climbing versus running.
Ooh.
Andrew, I'm gonna go first to you because you can't rely on your. I'm gonna go with the physical one.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm gonna go with the physical.
I'm gonna go with the R.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew and I'm the physical one. Oh, shut up.
Andrew's the sporty spice of our podcast.
You give me 2 sheets, one with my dentist appointment, one with my doctor's appointment. I'm gonna go with the physical.
Nice. You said, yeah, I'm checking in. I'm Andrew. I'm the physical one. Do you mean you have a physical
Yeah.
lineup?
Dude, I just need
This
your
is a
physical.
dentist's office. Sorry.
Okay,
You
sorry
run away.
about that. So this is kind of what I was building up for the last time. Is running? It would certainly win this, no doubt, if I could run well right now. But I haven't been able to for a bit, and it's frustrating. And I can't justify putting it any further when I've had such a good time rock climbing very recently.
My jaw is dropped.
And I'm going to get a membership this fall, and and use
There's some
that as
credibility there, then.
as a workout as I continue to recover.
Weirdly enough, I'm pretty sure rock climbing is like semi. Not. I guess I don't want to say big, but I think a lot of runners use rock climbing as like a form of cross training.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
wouldn't be
it.
surprised.
Yeah.
Like, I know we talked about it on one of the maybe the Train
I
for a
think
Marathon episode.
training, yeah.
But I've seen it again, like watching YouTube videos about people's training and stuff, and they act like rock climbing is a big part of it,
Interesting.
which is weird. I don't know. It just seems weird.
Yeah.
I get it because it's like core work and
Mhm.
stuff, and flexibility and
Yeah.
whatnot. But it seems weird.
Well, Alex,
You want me to go?
Yeah.
This is tough because I'm a big proponent of rock climbing, but I think I'm gonna have to go running.
Ooh,
I don't know, something about it. Like I think maybe it's the money involved. Maybe it's not quite a Mount Rushmore for hobbies, but it's a huge hobby for
like, a
at
lot
least
of
the United
people.
States.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas rock climbing is still kind of like a
Niche.
little niche,
Mhm.
niche thing there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go running, but it's another
Cool.
one that kind of breaks my heart
This is gonna be a tough one for
because
me.
I love rock climbing.
I honestly saw, I saw this one coming from a few rounds back. I had a feeling these would be the big two that
Yeah.
I was gonna have difficulty with.
Ooh.
I've given it some thought, and here's what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say this is a little.
Yeah, I do
collusion
have
of
the tattoo of the
podcast.
answer, so you guys are looking at
Maybe
the
a
answer
little
on my
investigation
bicep
there.
right here.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put this under protest for the rest of the
Chris's
podcast.
bicep just says Pokemon Go is the champion.
Yeah, I mean, this one's tough for me. So
He's just covering his arm. He's so embarrassed that he got it wrong. This is on
Yeah.
me for life.
Now he has that tattoo forever.
jeez. So in the last, I'd say 8 to 9 years, there hasn't been like a week that's gone by without me going for a run at least once, which is insane to think.
Wow, that is insane.
You know,
Holy
like
cow.
it is my bread and butter, unlike cooking.
Right.
But rock climbing is so fun, and even if I've only done it a baker's dozen
Mhm.
times, it's a great hobby. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to do it. I think I'm going to pick rock climbing.
Wow.
There's just
I'm
something.
with you. I think you made a good
You know
point.
what I mean?
Like,
It's become just such a constant.
It does
I do
feel-
get excited, but like I think back to like certain days of running where I just like I'm out there and it's hot and it's
Right.
not
I
fun.
guess, you know,
I've
it's
never
less of
not
a
had fun
hobby
rock
for
climbing.
us.
yeah,
No.
it does feel rock climbing
Yeah.
does feel like more of a hobby.
And who knows
Yeah.
if I rock climb 6 days a week and only ran once in a blue
Yeah,
moon,
good
then
shift.
it could be different. But
I
right now,
guess,
I have
like-
to say rock climbing.
Wow.
Part of me picking running is like thinking about road races.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Which I do.
that's like to me that's like why running is worth it. Because you go to a road race and like it's so much fun. Like just the environment is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it feel more of a hobby than just running every day.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's not road races. It's running. So I think
Yeah.
you guys are right.
All right.
I'm still going running, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Really
not be against you
exciting
guys.
right now. I believe we have magic tricks versus watching movies.
Mhm.
So we have an early episode, magic tricks. We have a middle episode, rock climbing.
Yep.
And we have a late episode,
Wow.
Watching movies.
recent
Crazy.
episode, watching movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. I can start this one off. Magic
All
tricks
right.
versus watching movies. Honestly, I don't think I've picked either of these in like the last
No, I don't
5
think so
rounds.
either.
I think this is the tiebreaker. to
I'm
be
not that
honest.
excited for
The what?
for
I think this is the tiebreaker. Chris's
Oh,
vote.
Chris. Well, I don't know what I'm picking. This is
Yeah.
a tough one for me
Oh.
right now. I know what you're picking though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think for this one, I'm gonna have to go, and I haven't picked it once. I don't think, but
You
I'm
haven't
not
picked either of
happy
these
about it.
ones.
watching movies. I mean,
I think you did pick it once.
magic
Okay.
tricks are something that like
Oh, yeah, over
I don't
Airtel,
mind
yeah.
watching, but like I can't see myself really taking. Whenever I've tried to take the time, like the episode we did it, I learned a couple card tricks,
Mhm.
but like I don't know, I didn't feel
You're right.
super
fair.
satisfied when I did it. Me personally, maybe if I did more confusing, like more got better at like sleight of hand, it'd be more satisfying to see.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the
It
kids'
is so
intros talking about
satisfying,
oohing and
especially
ahhing.
seeing sleight of hand.
But watching movies, like for me, it's like magic tricks are an and watching movies are a
And you do love that movie with Jesse Eisenberg. Now you see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you see me.
Is that what's going
Yeah,
on?
now you see
Yeah.
me. They just made Now You See Me too, the
Mm.
movie no one wanted a sequel for.
Wow.
But here they
Well,
are.
now we see it
With
in the
Daniel
theaters.
Radcliffe as the magician.
Oh, really?
And I-
Strange.
That guy's
guess
really
I'll
gone
have to-
downhill, huh?
Was
no.
that Harry?
Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
No, that looks so bad. Is it good?
Oh, Swiss Army Man is so
Have
good.
you seen Harry Potter and the
Alright,
Goblet of Fire?
This actually have. I think I'm.
Go.
We make fun of Chris for not seeing Star Wars, but I think I've only seen the first 3 Harry
Oh my
Potters.
God.
So I think I might be in the same boat with you there, Chris. But
Yeah.
I'll watch it
So
eventually.
You should.
Alright.
You should watch. You guys should watch Swiss Army Man. It's free on Amazon Prime. Daniel Radcliffe.
Hey, if you use our link, INAHhobbypod.com
Yeah,
slash Amazon.
Amazon,
Slash
sign up
Amazon.
for Prime.
Amazon Prime Day,
Happened
2018
recently.
is coming up. So
yeah, it's
See,
really good.
Is it really that good?
I
Because this
think-
is making
yeah.
you discredit your whole movie
It-
hobby thing.
I think you should watch it very soon.
All right, I'll probably watch it
I
eventually.
would bet money you would like it.
All right.
Radcliffe
sports betting?
sheds the Harry Potter from. After
It just
this
looks
movie.
like I guess I just saw the. I don't even remember what movie I was seeing when I saw.
You
the
can't
trailer.
go. It
But
looks
it looks
strange.
like
it looks super
meaningless to
strange.
me, but
It's
but-
very, very good.
You said it. You said you do love a lovely message or something.
Yeah.
So
I said love messages.
so I
Yeah.
guess I'll trust you there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you should watch
I
that
agree.
soon.
That's what makes a movie.
Well,
for
I'll
me.
talk about that off pod, but I want you to watch the movie.
This is a really tough one for me, because magic tricks, as I've stated before, it's a monumental, literally monumental hobby.
Would you
It's
put it on
the
Rushmore?
monument called Mount Rushmore of hobbies. But watching
Ugh.
movies, like, I think I have to be a little bit more realistic on this matchup. Magic tricks was a huge part of my life. I think it's gonna be a huge part of my life. But that doesn't mean watching movies isn't, and will not be a huge part of my life. Like, obviously, I watched movies growing up, possibly made me who I am today, some movies, and I'm going to keep watching them. As I said, it builds relationships. I'm sure I'm going to watch them with my future wife and my future kids, and it's going to be great. I got to go watching movies. And
Wow.
it does hurt. Man, I got to be realistic. I gotta be honest.
knocking it down on the Old Rushmore.
Yeah.
No, this is not
They're blowing it up. They brought dynamite.
No, you shut up.
They're putting a film
It's not
reel.
an argument about Mount Rushmore of hobbies because it's different. That's different.
All right.
All right. So I would have said watching movies 2.
Episode 2.
That'd be a good episode.
Watching movies 2, the sequel.
Sick.
Yeah, great movie.
The
Anyway,
podcast no one wanted to hear.
so let's just get into the final round.
Okay, so final round. If you listen to our last episode, the way we did it then, we'll do it again. We're gonna each give our closing remarks, and we're all gonna answer simultaneously what we think the best hobby we have done on I Need a Hobby, a podcast, is.
I'm excited.
Wow.
Wait,
Rock
was
climbing,
eating ice
watching
cream
movies.
not on this?
No.
Well,
That's
I didn't put-
ridiculous.
I didn't put ice cream. We didn't talk about eating ice cream, dude.
That's
we
freaking.
ranked
And
ice
listening
cream.
to Kanye
We honestly-
wasn't on this either.
honestly, we
Oh
should-
yeah, listening to Kanye was never making.
that
it.
would have been that's a Mount Rushmore there.
I was afraid that would make it.
I would have
worse.
made it way
Actually,
too far.
I actually have a
agree.
petition going out of getting Kanye on the real Mount Rushmore.
Wow.
If you guys want to sign it, guys, come on.
Guys. We should. It would have
Magic
been.
Tricks Kanye.
It would have been funny to put butter pecan in the bracket just as a self.
That's what I said. I wish
Undefeated.
eating butter pecan was up, and it was just like put up with the worst ones.
That'd be so.
So
That's
one.
the most neat to
Yeah.
say at the end. All right. I'll take it.
Spoiler
Off.
alert. Sorry.
Rock climbing versus watching movies.
Yeah.
For me, as much heat as I've given watching movies, I'll probably have a movie on, every now and then when I'm just hanging around the house. I'm watching a movie. Not something I seek out typically, but I'll go to the movies every now and then. There are movies I'm excited to see. Some I'm not. Rock climbing. I've done it, as I said, a baker's dozen times. I love it. But is it truly going to be my next big hobby?
Wow.
Tune in to find out.
America's next big hobby.
Can I go next? Yeah. So, this is really interesting for me personally. I think rock climbing had a tougher road to the finals. I mean, I had to have
I
to
would
go against
agree. I would
running.
agree with that.
Cooking, wine tasting, running. Whew.
The
Yeah,
fact that
that's
it went
tough.
up against running and it won is insane.
Yeah, definitely. But like I've said before, watching movies is something that I know I will continue to do. I love it, and I am really excited about this final. To me, this is the more or less the vanilla versus strawberry that I was hoping for in the ice cream final.
God almighty.
And,
Scrap
no,
the
sorry,
podcast.
you know what?
Scrap the podcast. I don't want to put it out.
It's
This
more
is ridiculous.
it's more strawberry versus black raspberry or something like that. Unrelated, but it's like second
know
and
which
third,
one's which.
or like top
Vanilla
4
being
or
your
something.
number one?
Yeah, definitely. But
Yeah.
that's another.
I hope the
talk
next
about
time
that.
you eat vanilla, you choke on it, but not long. Like it'll melt before you pass out or
Yes,
anything.
you'll
but
be-
it's still
you'll be
uncomfortable
fine.
for you.
Yeah, and you could just be there and listen to me.
If
All
that
right.
was butter pecan, it would have slid right down your throat.
That's a conspiracy theory
For sure. Alex?
So yeah, I like them both, and I'm curious to see how this will go.
I need a hobby, a podcast. It begs the question: what is a hobby? Is watching a movies really a hobby? Does it feel like a hobby? Is rock climbing a hobby? Does it feel like exercise? I don't know.
We've spent 50 somewhat hours trying to define what a hobby is.
I'm thinking about quitting the podcast altogether. Not even answering this. This is such a hard. This is such a hard one.
Finally.
I'm thinking to myself.
Finally,
I'm thinking to myself. I open. Excuse me.
What was
after
that?
all those threats, Chris is just saying, "Get on with it, dude."
I'm thinking to myself. I get home. It's been a long day. I'm unshaven. I've been, sad. I'm sad. My parents texted me about how disappointed. They wouldn't even call. They texted me about how disappointed they are. And I opened Tinder, thinking maybe this will be the day I find love. And I go, you know what? I'm gonna get a little more serious. I'm gonna put it in my bio what my hobbies
Wow,
are.
That's a great way to think about it.
So I put something about the fact that I have a podcast and I'm embarrassed about it.
Just to
And then
test the water with that one.
And I put, oh, baby girl, you want to know what my hobbies are? Am I going to put rock climbing? Am I proud to say that's a hobby of mine? Am I going to put watching movies? Do I feel like that makes me sound like a lazy bum? I don't know. So I think I'm just going to put looking for fun.
Summer 2017.
That's the conclusion.
Down
I need
for
a hobby.
fun.
In general, we've done a lot of hobbies, but we're just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
We
All
do
right.
have to do an online dating episode because I hate when a girl's just like, ooh, looking for fun. Shut it. Let me know what your hobbies are, for
Geez,
God's
save
sake.
that goal
Let
for
me
the pod.
let me know what you think about Swiss Army Man, for God's sake.
That's your first line usually. Are Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I know I am.
Oh my God. Okay.
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Watching
Rock climbing.
movies.
Wow.
Wow.
Defeated again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watching movies.
I did not think watching movies was going to win.
I didn't think
Yeah.
I was going to say watching movies either.
So
Wow.
for the listeners at home, once again, Chris loses in the
Chris
finals.
Chris picking up the L.
Yeah, I think watching movies was one of my lowest rated ones, but hey, can I be disappointed? Watching movies is a classic.
See, I
hobby.
didn't know
just-
you liked watching movies that much, Alex.
I just feel like
'Cause that was definitely top 3 in this bracket
I think
for me.
I think at the start of the podcast, or at the start of this episode, I didn't think it would make it this far.
Me either.
But like watching movies, like I feel like it does mean a lot to me. Like I said earlier, a lot of relationships in life have to do with like watching movies
Mhm.
and like
Mhm.
common jokes and stuff with that.
Mhm.
And so I think it means more to me than rock climbing. But rock climbing deserves where it got. Like it
Yeah.
deserves the top spot as
Certainly,
well.
Yeah, for
I'm,
sure.
I'm very happy with, like I said, I'm
And it
very
does-
happy with how
I'm
it
proud.
shook
I'm proud
out.
of both. Of
We
them.
are. I would never say we're avid rock climbers,
No.
but everyone's an avid movie watcher, so it's much easier to. Maybe not Chris.
Good.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess
definitely
what
not
I'm
Chris.
saying is it's easier
It's
to
everyone
be an
watches
avid movie
movies for the
watcher.
most part, yeah.
It's tougher to be an avid rock climber.
Sure. Wow. Well,
Rock climbing is more of a hobby, but watching movies it's the ultimate hobby.
yeah.
Top 50.
I mean, I suppose it is.
It's for sure in the top 50.
We could have a cool second round after once we get to episode 100,
Mm.
We should.
and then just
God,
do
that would take forever.
one
64.
long episode 101, watching movies versus blank.
It's
Mm.
just
Epic. We just talk
I
back.
feel like
and
this would
forth.
have to be like a courtroom drama.
Yeah, we'd have to have Judge Judy on the show or something.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
let us know,
interesting.
fans at home. You let us believe me.
Where do
you
we
let
mess
us
up?
know what you thought about the ice cream episode. My
Mhm.
God Almighty! I'll never eat.
Yeah,
butter
we did
pecan
get a lot
again.
of flack and a lot of feedback.
But let us know what you think about this episode. What would your winner have been? What do you think we did wrong? Was it interesting? Let us
Yeah.
know.
I know I said it was. It doesn't have to be. And I just want to give another thanks again. 50 episodes in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to
Thanks
bring
for
that up,
sticking
too.
with us. I say this so often. No one needs to listen to us talk.
That's
Right.
true.
It's
Very
insane.
few do,
It's
yeah.
honestly insane. Especially we're at the point where it's like I'm not going to ask my friend to listen. So
Right.
if you're already listening, if you're a
Thanks.
friend,
Especially
if you're
this
not
episode.
a friend,
like
Yeah.
if they made it all the way to the end, it's a long episode.
seriously.
Yeah.
So thanks.
And
for everything.
thanks so much for. I mean, we're getting fan art, we're getting emails,
Yeah,
we're getting people
a lot of love.
clearing
Snapchat.
up stuff that we mess up
It's
on.
insane.
I don't love that
Snapchats.
stuff. And
Yeah,
for the
don't do
fans,
that.
also, we still got those stickers. So
Yeah.
let us know because we want the real fans getting the stickers.
Mhm.
We don't
We're
want
running
just,
low.
But yeah,
We
we're
might do another
you
batch.
know,
Just
very happy
subs.
about all the support we've gotten through 50.
And
And
this
we
is our last episode. So I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's been great to
See you, suckers.
instead of see you next week. See you, suckers.
See you never. But yeah, thanks.
yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it. Do we have
Yeah.
anything else to say about the past 50 episodes? I think it's been great.
I think,
Yeah,
we
it's been a
talked
lot
about
of
a lot
fun.
of
We've
good
got a lot
stuff.
planned.
Yeah,
Keep on coming in with the what's on your minds and the hobby suggestions because they're always welcome.
for sure.
Yep.
Chris, want to hit us with the plugs one last time
One
before we end
last
this
time on our
podcast for
final
good?
episode.
Bury
It's
it
been real.
deep.
The website INAHhobbypod.com. I think it's gonna be live for another week or so.
Yeah,
before
you'll probably
we
find it in
terminate.
my Tinder description.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're on Alex, I'm also gonna plug Alex's Tinder. You'll have to swipe for a bit.
Yeah, just
usually
put your
you'll find
radius, jack it up as high as it goes, and
Mhm.
just swipe. I'm the guy who looks like a podcaster.
it. So there you can find everything: Twitter, Instagram. Our Snapchat is also. They're all I Need a Hobby Pod.
Oh, we will be posting the ghost pepper video that we
Oh yeah,
snuck
jeez.
in way earlier in this
Thanks
episode.
for reminding me.
Yeah, we'll post this bracket on Instagram probably.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you can make your own opinions. And we said before, it'd be fun if you gave your opinions on which episode you think's the best.
Yeah,
of these. That'd be
right.
kind of cool. And last but not least, we've said it enough times. If you've listened to his 50 episodes, hey, that's great. You know what's even a little greater? Give us a rating. Or
Yeah,
review on
give us a
iTunes.
review.
Listen to
Come
51.
on.
Yeah, listen to 51. And
Yeah.
while you're doing it, just leave a quick review. It
Leave
takes
a
like
review.
a minute or two or
It
three.
might take 3 or 4.
Hey.
It might take 5 or 6 minutes, but come on. What are you going to do? You're
Exactly.
already listening to our podcast. You
Yeah,
have nothing
this
to do.
took 2 hours.
Yeah, this took way too long. My family's at home. They're like, "Where's dinner?" It's 9:17. It's too late for dinner.
Chris is saying, dinner. I don't like cooking. I want to rock climb.
But
But yeah, we enjoyed it. So thanks
Yeah.
a lot for the support. Thanks for everything.
And we'll be back next week with a
yeah.
genuine hobby, probably.
Yep. All right. See you next week.
This next one's pretty interesting.